Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
Wait, what do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko nikosi, alo komi keshito.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials. From Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adoso,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show, your morning companion.
This is GhanaTalks Breakfast Show, your morning companion. We are here on your screen again, right here this morning, and we are here to dive into the major news items for today. We are here to bring you national issues and informed perspectives that matter to you every morning, right here on the show. I am your host, Ruth Esinam Fiagbedu, and doing this with me is Miss Regina Bless and Miss Debbie Adoso. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing?
Good, by grace.
We thank God. I'm doing well. Miss Debbie?
The grace is sufficient.
We thank God. Yes. How is the day going to be like today? Today is a sunny Tuesday morning. How is the day going to be today? Is it going to continue like that? But how do you expect your day to go today?
When you said, would they continue to be like, I was about to say, are we God?
Obviously, we are not God. But what are you expecting your day to go like today?
Smoothly. And
productive. What about you, Miss Debbie?
Nothing but the best.
Nothing but the best. Yes. Yesterday I read something. I was a bit happy. I was kind of like a bit sad. And I also saw that you also read that in in the news headline as well. That has to do with the bill of the military money. Of the 70K.
And you, how are you happy?
For once, his money will go. His money will go, but I'm just praying that he's not left to go scot-free.
Sometimes it's not all about the money. It's about punishment.
It's about punishment.
Certain deterrent for other people to follow. But all money, 70K bill. See, someone like this is very dangerous to the society. What if he comes out and goes to harm the pharmacist involved or the other victim? And according to sources, she's from an influential home. And the father is an ex-military man. But her safety is not guaranteed. If Bema said to me, Bob buying you so. Ne yonko Bema can one fan spend or Bema so. Yeah, but now we just how you call. At least put in an effort, boot for boots. Anka by now, boot for boot, Anka by now, yati obituary. Okay, but it's not all about the money. He needs to be given a strong sentence.
Yeah, I even fear for the lady's life. For the fact that he has even been allowed to go out just like that. Anyway, we should be careful out there. Sometimes you try as much as possible to avoid trouble. But I don't know if it is people's mental issues that they just want to vent on you or something. But it's so sad. Right. I'm just hoping that this shouldn't be the end of the case. We should hear something. The lady was abused. She was beaten. She was beaten, and I'm very sure that she acquired some injuries or something, or maybe some bruises. That person shouldn't be let to go.
And she even be traumatized.
Oh yes. Oko pharmacy obekai that story. Oh yes. Oko pharmacy obekai that story. Let's dive into the major news item. Ghana to launch food brigade. Enroll 10K youth in national service for agriculture. Ghana's government is preparing to launch the Ghana Food Brigade before the end of December, a major program aimed at boosting food production and strengthening the country's agricultural workforce. The Minister of Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, announced this during the government's accountability series in Accra on Monday. As part of the initiative, 10,000 young people will be enrolled under a new 4-year National Service Agriculture program. Each year, a number of these youth will be retained permanently at the Ministry of Food and Agriculture to support agriculture extension services across the country. According to the minister, the Food Brigade will help equip young people with hands-on farming and agribusiness skills, while improving support systems for farmers nationwide. He explained that the program forms part of government's broader plan to modernize agriculture, increase productivity, and build a sustainable workforce that can drive food security. Mr. Opoku expressed confidence that the initiative will make agriculture more attractive to the youth and strengthen national food systems. Right, Miss Regina, what's your take on this? What do you understand by this article? The Agriculture Ministry coming out to say that they are going to be employing 10K youth into the agricultural sector through national service, and then they will be employed permanently.
Yeah. So I would say it's a very commendable initiative by the agricultural sector. Because when it comes to agriculture, we can't do without agriculture. Day in and day out, we eat something. And even some of our farm produce are being manufactured into snacks. Yeah. So just yesterday, I saw cassava, your friend is saying, cassava modia, cassava pudding. And me sure then I'm saying, adi be a day. But
one
blending. And I want any cocoa.
And it's a best statue.
Oh yeah, and come out there, ye flan in our goon.
Oh, okay.
See, why any cassava pudding? And now, cassava no flakes no what dry na a big goon china or the milk gusso. See why I say, don't say bad. And so no, we can't do without agriculture when it comes to our economy. And most importantly, this thing is securing our food security. Because I always say 1983 come na ye nananom no mo ka ho asem no. Me, the way I like food, I don't want that thing to happen in Ghana again. Because if it happens, at least we don't want any famine to happen again. So they need to make sure, they need to put steps in place to secure our food, not for only today, but for the next generation and for the next future. And now, moving away from that, it also gives the youth the opportunity to enhance their skills, especially to the ones who are learning agriculture in school. My time, those who came to school say, agricultural course, and this is the time where they'll benefit from it. But then times, it was of no use. They know practicals, nothing. When we go to Apostle Safo, for example, for them, they have a part where they do farming, and they also do this rearing of livestock and all that. And I know they in schools they venture into these things permanently. Now, what of the students who are in school and they are learning agriculture, but they don't have any idea about it? This is the opportunity for them to enhance on their skills, and also it would create job opportunities for these people. It's a 4-year term, so they are doing it like national service. At the end of each year, some people will be retained. They will definitely keep you. You don't expect when you go into a sector where you are not doing well, they should keep you. And it also boils down to the individuals themselves. Work hard and work diligently. And also, the government is putting measures in place to bring or to reduce unemployment. Now, the youth at hand, are they ready for this opportunity? Because some people would be like, no, I want a white collar job, I want a 9-to-5 job, I want an office job, I make sure suits. This is a very huge opportunity, and trust me, with these petty things, we feel say sika won papa. Money is in. Dusted. Money is in, honestly. When you pay much attention to it, and you can even when you enhance your skills, then whilst you are working for the government or for the agricultural sector, you can also start something for yourself. It's just all about getting and other agricultural things are esusa. The seedlings are there, fingerlings. Yes, you can just get your money, buy all these things, and start something for yourself. We have catfish farming, we have poultry, we have egg production, we have snail farming, a whole lot, so, which would yield results. And by so doing, it will give the opportunity to the youth to also venture into. It's not only about working for the sector, but also enhancing this youth with the skills. So that when they go out there, they can also give out.
Miss Debbie.
So, agriculture is a key contributor to our economy, and it is something that will be very difficult if we want to exclude it in our day-to-day activities. And so, with what the government is bringing on board, I feel like it's going to make it lucrative for the youth to endeavor into that, which is really going to help. And I feel like, well, we have a lot of youth walking about and they are not employed. And so this is a chance for you to also hold it and then make good use of it. And it's going to create an entrepreneurial opportunity for this youth as well. So imagine you are into agriculture, you take advantage over it. You build up yourself. You might want to come out with your own farm. Maybe you want to go into rearing of birds, that's chicken and other stuffs, or you want to go into tomato farming, ginger, you want to go into yam. That has to do with your own business, and in a way it is an entrepreneurial skill because you are developing it up. And as it stands now people are farming with technology. You don't farm. It's gone are the days where people go to farm and then they use their hands to weed, use cutlass to weed, and a whole lot of that. So if you're so much into agriculture, see, this is one thing. If you love something, you will like or love to develop yourself into that. And so going so much into agriculture means that you also like to equip yourself, develop your skills, and also know other diverse aspects of agriculture that is not being implemented in the country. And it's going to help you because you're going to come across skills and ideas, and then you would like to bring it on board. As I said, I've seen a video where if you go to the diplomatic world, they don't use cutlass. They have machines that does the weeding. They have machines that even plant the seed. So in a way, it's going to help you develop your skills and also learn more. And trust me, as the government is empowering one person, that one person, when that person stands and succeed, don't forget that it's also going to pull thousands of people into that field. And then when it's happening like that, in a way, we are developing an agriculture because as it stands now, the upcoming youth have a different knowledge about agriculture. We have it in mind that if you are into agriculture, it means you are poor. It means maybe you are not innovative enough, or you don't have a talent, you don't have a skill, and then you just want to do something for survival. But it's not like that. Go ask John Dumelo. The money he's making in a day. He's a member of parliament, he's an actor, and he's also a farmer. And he would tell you, I watched an interview where he said he make much of his money from farming. So it should tell you that farming comes with a lot of money. That is if you are ready to go into it. And also, in what you read, they said within the space of a year or 4 years, they would like to retain people. And that is good. That one alone is going to make people rush into it, because it's at the back of my mind that after I'm done, or after they've taken me through the process and everything, I have a chance of being retained. It's not as if you enrolling yourself in a particular work or doing something and you feel like, no, at the end of it, I wouldn't be retained. So let's take government institutions, for instance. You go to work there, and then you have it already in mind that at the end of the day, I'm not diverting from this, but I have a friend who is doing NSS as cocoa board, and then she will tell you that, see, before you come, they've already tell you that payroll, kind of say, government when I am, so it's only for NSS service. So in your mind, you know that after you are done, there is no way they are going to pick you. Even if they will pick you, maybe it's a favor from above. So you have it in mind. But with this, you are assured. This is an assurance from their Greek minister telling you that if you come in and then you are able to prove yourself right, that you are competent, you will be given the opportunity. And then I feel like that is the best. And little by little, we are making agriculture attractive, we are making it lucrative, and then we are sending a picture into the minds of the people out there that, listen, agriculture is not what you think. It is not a ground where takes people who are impoverished or people who are poor, but it is a ground that nurture people and then bring out the best in you so that you can help the community. Because agree, dear, we eat every day. And it all stands on agriculture.
And agriculture is also the backbone of the country. So if we have a lot of youth who are ready and willing to go into the agricultural sector, but the government creating avenue for these people to go into that sector to work on grounds, 4 years, within 4 years, you get to be work permanently there as a farmer. Farmer is, I think, is a good title. Let's not degrade what the agriculture sector actually gives. I think you can make a whole lot of money out of there. And even when you get tired of working for somebody with a skill and what you've learned on ground through your service and through whoever that taught you, I think you'll be able to come up with something on your own and also employ people. And this is going to help us in terms of food security. The more hands on deck, the more food we are going to cultivate and then produce as well. So hunger there, I don't think our country is going to be hungry. That is if only the government take this serious and we are able to sustain it, because we've seen other initiative like this and then it really didn't end well. My hope is that this particular one ends well, and that is going to help us as a country. Right, moving on. Gold Board to roll out blockchain track and trace system by 2026. The Ghana Gold Board has announced that it will introduce a blockchain-powered track and trace system by the end of 2026. The new technology is expected to ensure that every gram of gold purchased in Ghana can be traced to a legitimate and sustainable source. This announcement was made by the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board, Sami Gyamfi, during his address at the Dubai Precious Metal Conference. According to Mr. Gyamfi, the system will play a major role in Ghana's effort to formalize the artisanal and small-scale mining sector, curb illegal mining, and ensure transparency within the gold supply chain. He explained that although the Gold Board is only 7 months old, it is already far advanced in plans to deploy the system. The technology will verify the origin of all gold purchased and exported. Under the new model, all licensed mines onboarded onto the system will undergo periodic compliance audits to ensure they are not acting as fronts for illegal mining activities. The goal is to strengthen responsible sourcing, reduce gold smuggling, and align Ghana's gold trade with international standards. Mr. Gyamfi noted that responsible sourcing is not just an ethical issue, but a legal obligation under the Ghana Gold Board Act, which mandates strict outside of gold production, sales, and export. He warned that gold smuggling continues to fuel money laundering, illicit financing, and criminal networks worldwide. Ghana, he said, is advocating for an international certification regime similar to Kimberley process for diamonds to prevent smuggled gold from entering the global market. The CEO also revealed that Gold Board has intensified enforcement operations, including a special task force that has already arrested several illegal traders now facing prosecution. He added that the Gold Board is investing in technological upgrades such as an ISO certified assays laboratory to modernize testing and verification process for the sector. He complimented countries for their sustainability, tech-driven reforms. He concluded by stressing the need to balance gold production with environmental protection and community safety, noting that responsible mining is essential for long-term national development. Right, that is coming from the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Gold Board. This Debbie, track and trace. I'm wondering how that system is going to work, how you'll be able to, catch and then eliminate illegal miners from the system. Right.
Well, according to history or historical finders governing the economy, it states or records finds it that Ghana generates revenue from two natural resources. A massive revenue is generated from two natural resources, and that has to do with gold and cocoa. Now, when we take gold, for instance, although we generate revenue from gold, although we are known as, I think, the third or second largest country that produces gold, we do not make much revenue from it as we are supposed to. That is because we have people smuggling major part of the gold on the market, and so the government or Ghana do not get to attain that height they need to get, or that money or that revenue we need to acquire from that. And so with this blockchain that they are bringing on board, according to the statement, it is going to bring an end to gold smuggling, which means they are going to track these people and ensure that this gold are not being sent out. And that is why they brought out the Gold Board from the beginning, that the Gold Board is going to be a mediator between the government and then the small scale miners or people who mine gold legally. So instead of you sending the gold outside, you sell it directly to gold board, and the gold board will have to go to the market and then sell it, and directly the revenue comes back into the country. But although the gold board has been established, we still have people who smuggle gold out of the country. And so when they are bringing this on board, when I saw it, first thing that came in mind and what you said, how are we going to sustain this? Is it going to work? Is it going to be a 9-day wonder? Are we going to start this and then come back with a different story to tell the people? Or we are doing this and then standing our ground that yes, we are going to do it and do it rightly. And also in the statement, I like the fact that they said they would like to collaborate with other countries who have used that same measures and then they succeed. And so they are going to collaborate with them in terms of technology and other stuff that they can help them with to track these people. And one more thing, we know that we have illegal miners, we have small scale miners, but there is also this kind of hitches somewhere that even the people we believe mine legally also mine illegally. And so they are going to audit the small scale miners, which we believe that they are legal miners, to ensure that you don't shield these illegal miners, because in a way you may be shielding them and be taking their gold without their knowledge. And so consistent auditing is also going to prevent that. But the main questions now lies on, yes, golds have been smuggled out of this country for so long, and then the country is not gaining much as they're supposed to gain from gold, and so we are tracking them. How are we going to sustain it? I'll be very happy if this work. You see, it will be very bad to go into conclusion and then undermine what they are bringing on board to say that, well, but because we know what gold board is doing. And so far, I would say that in a way, their work is very impressive. And so with this initiative they are bringing on board, like, it's good, it's perfect, but the sustainability is the issue. But trust me, if we are able to sustain this and then work it out, it's going to help us as a country.
Right. Miss Regina,
Yeah.
what can you say to that?
Okay, so I listed a few points. So strong move towards transparency. With this initiative they are bringing on board, it would help with transparency, especially from the source to the export, where this gold is really coming from. And in a way I also feel like it would discourage illegal miners to bring their gold on board. And no, these people, we know that mechanism, they are hardened criminals. Sorry for that language. I would say that these people are hardened criminals, and they would go any length or any breadth to make sure that they are able to smuggle their gold out. And also protection of the artisanal and small scale mining sector. When it comes to the small scale miners, they are certified and they have all the needed and legal documents to mine legally. So when it comes to them, they are protected by this new initiative. So you can bring your gold on board, you can sell it. And Ghana positioning itself for global certification. And lastly, strengthened enforcement and modernization. And one thing Ms. Debbie also said, how would this initiative last? Initiative in the Modiaba, but how would you make sure that these people are following this initiative you are bringing on board, and also the sustainability of it? As she said, it shouldn't be a 9-day wonder, because we've seen instances where I wouldn't say Ghana as a whole, but some sectors in the government, the only thing these people are good at is good policy. But when it comes to effective implementation, that is where the problem lies. But aside that, I think the initiative is a good one, because in every institution or in every sector, the one thing you have to do is to make sure that whatever you do is legit. So when it comes to mining, we have the legal mining and the illegal mining.
miners.
Now, aside even bringing this initiative to protect small scale miners, and this would go against illegal mining, what are you doing in place to make sure that you put steps aside what you are bringing on board? These people will still find ways to smuggle their goods out or to to sell their goods. What measures are you putting in place to make sure that these people don't do that or do not have the liberty to do that? And also, what sanctions are you putting in place for these people? Yeah.
Right, but they said they are doing this thing to help curb illegal mining.
And how would it?
How will it curb illegal mining?
NCCC, I know I'm doing illegal mining, allegedly, me illegal mining, and I come to Debbie, say, oh Debbie, more gold with you. Say Debbie to gold now. How would you know? Say Debbie are to gold no? And we have black markets everywhere, and even that black market, and that should be their first target. They should target that black market, because when you go to the black markets, that underground there, a whole lot of things are there. But then no more ya fa no ain't no me to me there may be when we talked about winning red assembly, it's not about the people distributing the winning red, but where that drug is coming from. So they have to do their soul sourcing very well.
Right, moving on. President Mahama pushes for decentralized controller and accountant general system to cut waste and payroll abuse. President John Dramani Mahama is calling for major reforms within the Controller and Accountant General's department, arguing that Ghanaians' current highly decentralized financial management structure contributes to payroll fraud, delays, and waste across the public sector. Speaking at the annual conference of the African Association of Accountants General in Accra, the president said the country needs a more responsive and accountable payroll system, one that gives local authorities more control over their own workers. President Mahama highlighted how the current system creates low bureaucratic delays, enabling ghost names and wrongful salary payment to persist. He cited examples where nurses and other public workers who have resigned or abandoned their posts continued receiving salaries for months because of slow reporting processes. He also referenced a more alarming case, a government employee who had died, whose funeral was attended by officials, continued to receive salary payments for 36 months because the centralized system failed to update the payroll on time. President Mahama said these situations reflect broader weaknesses that must be urgently addressed through decentralization. Meanwhile, the Controller and Accountant General's Department raised its own concerns at the same conference, noting persistent challenges with the Ghana Integrated Financial Management Information System. According to the department, some public institutions still bypass GIFMIS by writing manual checks and bank letters, tactics that undermine transparency and weaken the national financial management system. The one that such non-compliance affects cash management, reporting accuracy, and the overall integrity of public finances. To tackle these challenges, government is moving toward a complete elimination of all manual payment systems, insisting that every public transaction must pass through GIFMIS to ensure proper oversight. That is coming from the president. They are pushing for a decentralized controller and accountant general system to cut waste and payroll abuse. I think if you follow the public accountability, is it the public accounts committee? If you follow it, you could know how our taxes are being misused. People are dead. They went for the funeral, cried, saw the dead body, but those people are still receiving pay. And this is because you have to wait for months, sometimes years, before the accountant general will come and do a proper audit and then reporting. This time around, President Mahama said, we are looking for another avenue to curb such a problem. We will decentralize it. It's going to be either in our offices or maybe small entities. And let's see how it's going to help. So this is what they are bringing on board. Ms. Debbie, do you think this is going to help us cancel out how our money are being wasted, especially with the payroll system?
You see, the controller and accountant general is supposed to seal all leakages and prevent financial irregularities. And this controller and accountant general manages the cash flow of, the government and even debt and everything. But what did we see? We have the controller and account department, but then we still found a lot of irregularities. In recent days, we saw instances where exposés were made and then people being paid, deceased being paid, pregnant women being paid, even government employees being paid as NSS personnel. And all this was happening right in front of us, glaring in our faces. And then we didn't see it. So with the government decentralizing the controller and account department, for me it's good, because we cannot have a controller and account department and still we are not seeing what you are supposed to do, or the office is there but you are not functioning. Then what is your use? Because you are there for a purpose. If an office has no purpose or has no goal, I'm not sure it will be established. So long as an office is established, it has a purpose to accomplish. And then with the controller and account department, that is what you're supposed to do. As I said, you seal all leakages, and then you ensure that money or funds are being disbursed into appropriate entities, the account of appropriate entities. You're supposed to check all these things. If someone comes to you that, the government is transferring money to this company, to that individuals in charge of this company, what do? You do your search. Is it true? Has the government directed these people to take money? You do all those checks before that money is being released. Because trust me, the government workers we have, they are being paid by the controller and accountant department. So if all these irregularities are happening, then it boils down on one person, and that is this particular office. And so if you are no longer in existence, or you are in existence and then we are not feeling your impact, then it's equal to you being of no use. And so if you are being decentralized, then in a way, wouldn't it help? In a way, it's going to help. So I feel like that is the right way with the decision of the president, because it's becoming too much. It's becoming ghost being paid, deceased being paid, and this has been going on for so long, and no one had an idea. And the control and account departments cannot tell us that they have no idea of what is going on, because you are there. So you should know what is going on. You should even be the one communicating to the government that this is what is going on. If a particular company keeps coming, keeps sending messages, keep bringing letters that we are supposed to take this, you are supposed to disburse money into this account, you're conscious to tell you something. It should communicate something to you. Find out, is it true? What this person is saying, is it true? Because we saw instances where even the finance minister came out and then he said letters were brought there for them to disburse money into some company, voices that were fake, invoices that were fake. So you see, all these things count, and how are we going to stop it? So the best way to do that is to decentralize this thing called the controller, whatever it is, because we are not seeing their impact. For me,
Miss Regina, add your voice.
I said it all.
A lot is there to say.
Okay, so the little I can also say is, when it comes to this current government, one thing they are very key on is fighting corruption. And with the people we've elected and the government have also elected to serve us diligently, they are rather killing us slowly. And they are killing us with so much passion in them anka we are the empama, but these people, they still it with so much passion and enthusiasm. Yes, they do it with so much passion, and it's really bad because they know at the end of the day, it will take, as we are all saying, it will take a very long period of time for the Accountant General Department to come and audit whatever is going on. If you are in a private institution, anka, at 24/7, a new also, do you think you can do whatever you want in that institution? But when we come to our government institution, they've given these people the free will and the mandate to do what they want. How can you tell me that you know that you went for this person's funeral and you are still paying that person? See, honestly, with this accountant series they are doing, it's really helping us and it's really opening our eyes. Because we don't even know that this is what is going on. And some people will use this as a revenue to go into that sector and do more of looting. Because they know, say, there's no supervision going on there. And so it's very good with this initiative they are bringing on board. And your initiative, with this new measure they are bringing on board. Now, and also, they should make sure they face the law.
They face the law. They shouldn't be left to go scot-free because our monies. Those money can actually be used for something profitable. How do you pay someone who is dead?
But you went for the funeral.
You went for the
funny
funeral.
enough, if you go to those offices, they have CCTV cameras.
Oh, it's not working.
So, no, I asked myself, who is monitoring it? Or maybe the person monitoring it.
This
is
particular
also,
one.
It's just there for their sake.
This particular one, though the CCTV camera has a role to play in that, but this actually has to do with our system, because it looks like if that person is being paid, it's either they are using a wrong name or someone is covering up. So whoever that is in front of that computer and is doing
it's
what,
also corrupt.
it's also corrupt.
Yes.
It's very bad.
So I think giving the right to the locals will help because they know the needs of the people the more. So if maybe we have people working in, say, Greater Accra, and then we get someone in Greater Accra, or maybe when we take wager, for instance, we get a local person that will pay the workers and everything. After that, we ensure that these people account to the government. This is how much we've paid from the coffers. This is what is left. It's going to help. And the controller, I
don't even know why they have to conduct the auditing after the person has left office. See, we ask now the code.
It's means when the person was in office, you don't even know what is going on. It's either they are giving you information, but the information they are giving you is not the right information that has been stated. That is what they do. And you see, that is why I always say that if you see a government failing, it's not the government, so it's the people around.
It's the people.
We wouldn't blame the president enough because the president cannot be in all the offices. So the people he appoints or the people he places in those offices are not relaying the right information.
Are not relaying that. Can we really fight corruption? Question for the gods. Thank you so much for joining us on the news headline review. Up next, we have Today in History with Miss Regina Bless.
Today in history, 1980, military coup in Upper Volta, now Burkina Faso. On this day, Lieutenant Col Sai Zebo overthrew President Zanguala Lamizana in a bloodless military coup. The takeover was triggered by economic hardship, rising inflation, and public dissatisfaction with Lamizana's government after years of drought and austerity. Zebo suspended the constitution and established a military committee to run the country. This event marked one of the many political transitions that shaped the modern state of Burkina Faso. 1977. UN's mandatory arms embargo against apartheid South Africa takes effect. Although UN Security Council Resolution 418 was adopted earlier in November 1977, the mandatory arms embargo legally came into full effect on this day. This was the UN's first ever mandatory arms embargo, imposed because of South Africa's apartheid policies. It significantly weakened the apartheid regime's military support and strengthened the global anti-apartheid struggle, especially in Southern Africa. 2010 Africa-wide launch of the Unite campaign to end violence against women. The Unite to End Violence Against Women Africa component was officially launched in Addis Ababa with the support of the African Union. The campaign pushed for stronger protective laws, better support for survivors, and the involvement of community and traditional leaders across the continent. It has since become one of the largest coordinated gender protection campaigns in Africa. To some observances, Blaze Day. Blaze Day gives everyone a chance to openly express their indifference without any guilt. In a world that constantly demands enthusiasm and excitement, having a day where it's totally fine to just not care about anything is refreshingly honest. So today is a day for you to act nonchalant. National Play with Dad Day. With Dad encourages fathers to spend the day focused on fun with their kids. It's a day designed for bonding and memories. A dad play day allows the children of fathers a focused time to bond. Lastly, International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. The day, officially designated by the UN in 1999, is marked every 25th November worldwide. In Africa, it holds powerful importance due to ongoing advocacy against gender-based violence, child marriage, and domestic abuse across many countries. Many African states and the African Union use this date to launch campaigns, pass policies, and raise awareness on women's rights and protection. And that's all for today on Today in History and Some Observances live on GhanaTalks Breakfast Show.
Thank you so much, Miss Regina Bless, for Today in History and Some Observances of the Day. How blessed we have Debbie's Girl.
Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. Ghana and neighboring Côte d'Ivoire are facing renewed pressure from the European Union and French development partners to fast-track long-delayed reforms in the cocoa sector, amid warnings that both countries could lose competitiveness under emerging global sustainability standards. The call came during a 2-day Cocoa for Future feedback workshop where researchers presented findings from a 5-year EU and FD-funded project examining agroforestry system, disease control, certification schemes, farmer livelihoods, and climate resilience across both countries. Unless agroforestry adoption accelerates, deforestation is curtailed, labor-related risk addressed, West African cocoa could face mounting barriers under new European sustainability rules and stricter buyer requirements. The research highlighted sector vulnerabilities and pathways for reforms. Studies confirmed that many farmers prefer low to no shade system, which boosts short-term yields but compromise ecological resilience and long-term productivity. This approach, researchers cautioned, undermines forest recovery and leaves cocoa landscapes highly vulnerable to climate change. On disease management, cocoa swollen shoot disease remains widespread, reducing yields up to 202 per hectare and severely affected farms. Farmer-led cocoa control method, such as pruning affected parts and using chemicals, are largely ineffective. Researchers recommended intensifying rehabilitation programs, scaling the production resistant seedlings, and expanding technical training for early detection. Certification studies show that fair trade and organic scheme significantly improve yields, incomes, and job creation. Researchers stress the need for stronger comparative, expanded extension services, affordable credit, and diversified buyer network to improve certification outcomes. So this is basically from AU. So we know that we generate much revenue from cocoa, and Ghana is the second country that produces massive cocoa aside Cote d'Ivoire. And when we produce this cocoa, we do not only consume it here in the country, we sell it out to buyers outside the country. And that has to do with mainly countries in the Western world, the US, Germany, Netherlands, and other US countries or American countries. We sell the cocoa to them, and then we get the money, and then the revenue we get is being pumped into the country, not only to Ghana but as well to Cote d'Ivoire, because they are the first country or the largest country that produces cocoa. Now, before a buyer comes to buy your cocoa, there are certain factors they check. There are things that they take to ensure that this cocoa is good enough and then can be used for production. So they check all those factors, and when they ensure that this cocoa bean is good and free from infection and free from all the factors that has been detailed, then you are good to go. Your cocoa will be purchased and then you get your money. But when they go through the checks and everything and they find out that no, your cocoa has a problem due to this and that, the cocoa wouldn't be purchased. Even if it will be purchased, the amount that you are supposed to get as a country, you are not going to get that. If in case you are supposed to get somewhere like maybe 5 million or so, it will be dropped. And then mind you, when that happens, it's going to affect the country. And so they do this after a period of years. The countries or the customers we have as a country where we sell our cocoa to, there is a forum where you sit and then you discuss. Researchers go to find or do their findings and everything, and then they come out with a result, and then they place it out to you. You source us with your cocoa. This is what we found out, especially with West African. This is what we find out. And then in the next 5 years, if you don't take these things into consideration, it's going to affect your production. And mind you, when that affects your production, it means that the amount you're supposed to get, you are not going to get that. And so, as I said, if we are supposed to purchase it at this amount, we are not going to do that. And then it's going to hit hard at you as a country. And one has to do with the climate change. We know how unstable our climate is every year, and the sort of climate change we experience in the country. And another one has to do with chemicals used in processing this cocoa and a whole lot. And then the third one has to do with tips or incentives given to these farmers. So they state that, these farmers go through a lot to bring out the cocoa we enjoy. The Milo, the chocolate biscuit, chocolate bread, and all that. The farmers go through a lot. I don't know whether you've seen a cocoa farmer before, whether you've seen the process. Like, it's very, very hard. And so these people cannot pour out their heart, do all or pass through, make sure that the cocoa beans is being passed through the right process, and then after you are going to buy it, you buy it at a lesser price. What you are gaining, they are losing. When we take Ghana for instance, we've seen instances where they said they are offering scholarship to these cocoa farmers. the children of these cocoa farmers. And then it got to a time the farmers came out complaining that they don't enjoy what they're supposed to enjoy. The benefit that is attached to what they do, they don't get to feel it, because it's alleged that the people who are supposed to do or ensure that the farmers gain or access that opportunity are rather enjoying it themselves, and the farmers are lacking behind. And so the business or the cocoa business is no longer lucrative for people. You know, then times when we talk about a cocoa farmer, it has to do with someone who is very rich. I mean, you have the money. But now when we talk about a cocoa farmer, it's a whole lot. Because when they want to calculate the chemicals and everything they use in making sure that this cocoa beans is being saved and then used for its intended purposes, but what they get in return is nowhere near. And so EU is ensuring that all these things are in place. And they've cautioned us that in 5 years to come, if we don't consider these things, if we don't check our climate change, if we don't check the chemicals and all the things we use in ensuring that the beans is safe, it's going to hit us hard as a country. And of course, we know that we generate massive revenue from cocoa. I would say that is one of the natural resources that we generate a lot of revenue from. And if there has to be a situation where our only source of income as a country is going to drain the oil, is going to go down the drain, then it's going to affect us as a country. And when that happens, I don't know where we will be. So I feel like they should be taken into consideration. As a buyer, if I'm coming to purchase your goods, I tell you what I want. You sell what you are supposed to sell. But when I get there, I tell you what I want, the size of it, the color, and how I want it to be. And so these are the people that purchase a lot from us. The France, the US, the Germany, the Netherlands, they purchase our cocoa a lot. And so if these people are giving us directive, then we are supposed to go by it and also follow it, especially with the climate change. We don't have a stable one. And I know that it's a natural thing, but then there are still ways to mitigate that. We can still find a way of going about that and then ensuring that our only source of income that has to do with the cocoa is maintained, so we don't find ourselves wanting. So we are pleading with the government, the cocoa board. There is a lot to do, because these are factors they've listed, and these are factors that they check out before the cocoa is being purchased. So if your customer is telling you something, you're supposed to go by it. So this is a humble appeal that we go by it and ensure that all our only means of survival is being sustained. Thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Grill.
Thank you so much for making time on Debbie's Grill, and thank you too for making time with us on the first segment of the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. It's almost 8 a.m. It's 2 minutes to 8 a.m. and we'll be coming up with the news. And right after the news, sit in and relax for the second segment.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
This is GhanaTalks Radio, the best station rocking the nation. GhanaTalks Radio, number one.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Welcome to the morning news update on GhanaTalks Radio. Coming up, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II Foundation hands over apartment to St. Louis Senior High School. Government condemns unrest at War Technical Institute. Member of Parliament for Pandai vows to defend his seat amid court directive for a rerun. Poultry production set to soar with new processing factory in Bechem. These and many more coming up shortly in business, new sports and showbiz.
GhanaTalks Radio, number one.
The Otumfuo Osei Tutu II Foundation has donated a 2-bedroom, 4-flat apartment to St. Louis Senior High School in Kumasi to address the school's long-standing staff accommodation challenges. The facility, funded by Ghana Gas and built by Living Grace Limited, was officially handed over on November 3rd. This initiative aligns with Otumfuo Osei Tutu II's vision to enhance education in the Ashanti region by providing better living conditions for teachers and students. The school, with over 5,500 students and 229 teachers, currently has only 30 teachers living on campus. Mrs. Amatrewa Brefo, headmistress of St. Louis Senior High School, expressed gratitude for the support, describing it as a major relief for staff members. The foundation's board chair, Nana Ohineba Ejei II, emphasized the need of maintaining a facility and appealed for more housing to ease teachers' accommodation difficulties.
As we heard from the headmistress, they have about 5,000 students and 229 teachers, but only 30 are on campus. So there's a big disparity between the number of teachers on campus and the students that are also on campus that need to be supervised and assisted in many ways. So putting up this edifice brings in at least 4 more teachers who will be on campus. It's still way below the expected number. We're anticipating that at some point at least 50% of the teachers will be on campus. I said in my presentation, maintenance is very important. We are seeing a very beautiful building that we're commissioning today, but we don't want to come back a year from now and see it falling apart. If something goes wrong, it should be reported immediately. And also the care of everything inside and outside of it. So maintenance is the key. They should cherish it as their own, not just living here, but as if you built it yourself for yourself.
The Deputy Minister of Education, Dr. Clement Apak, has condemned the violent disturbance that disrupted academic activities at War Technical Institute. During a visit to the school, Dr. Park described the situation as deeply troubling, emphasizing its negative impact on teaching and learning. A committee has also been established to investigate the incident, which is believed to involve clashes between a group of students and external collaborators. The Ministry of Education will provide further comment after the investigation determines the root causes of the unrest. Dr. Park commended local authorities and school leadership for their efforts to stabilize the campus, but cautioned that the government will not allow acts that undermine public properties.
Campus of the Wa Technical Institute. Having arrived yesterday to represent His Excellency the President at the 4th congregation of the SD Dombo University, I became aware of some occurrences on this campus. So I thought it wise, after the MC had briefed me, to pay a visit and to see things for myself, and also to hear from the management of the institution. What I've seen is very disappointing. Clearly, the situation is one that is worrying and has an impact on teaching and learning. Although I am disappointed, I want to commend the MC, the board chair, the principal, the management, and the Ghana Police Service for moving in to secure the situation. I have been informed that a committee has been put in place to investigate and to get to the bottom of why the riot, which is described as a fight between some students and their collaborators from out of campus against other students. Because we don't know the actual causes of this issue, we cannot speak in detail. Safe to say, we expect the investigation to unravel what has caused this. But let me sound a warning that as a government, as a ministry, we will not tolerate misconduct, insubordination, and the destruction of public property from anyone. Governments over the years, and this government has made it a point to try and improve teaching and learning conditions by providing infrastructure. So when infrastructure is being destroyed and the little resources available are being destroyed, it increases the burden of government and also negatively impacts teaching and learning. So we are very determined to work as a ministry with the law enforcement agencies to ensure that the perpetrators of these cowardly acts are identified and brought to book.
The MPP Member of Parliament for Pandai has expressed confidence in his victory despite the High Court order for a rerun of the parliamentary election. This was after the Tamale High Court ruled December 7, 2024 election as an election marred by irregularities, citing inconsistencies in 41 polling stations. The court has directed the Electoral Commission to conduct a fresh poll within 30 days. Indam's legal team has filed notices of appeal and stay of execution challenging the court decision. The NDC's Daniel Insala, who petitioned the court, welcomed the ruling, accusing the MPP of attempting to manipulate the electoral process. However, the rerun is expected to be closely contested, with both parties gearing up for a rematch.
Well, let me in the first place thank my supporters, thank the good people of Bandai. And let me put it on record that I'm still their MP. Yes. I want to put it on record that I'm still their MP. Although, like the lawyer said, we were in court. And before we came to court, I can say for sure that for about a week, we knew that things were not going to be right. Our opponents were jubilating. They were saying all manner of things in Pandai. And they were too sure that this is the judgment they were going to get. But as law-abiding citizens, I want to put on record that, yes, we respect what the judge has said. We vehemently disagree with him. I know that I won the election with a difference of 3,734. And that is a clear victory. And if you look at the pink sheets, it's on record that they've admitted that every single pink sheet was given to all the political parties. I have my 152 pink sheets. They have their 152 pink sheets. And if you put the results together, we have won the elections. For some reasons, powers that may be, they decided to come to court, and knowing very well that maybe they'll be able to use the state powers to overturn certain things. But I think that we are in a country that is governed by laws. And that is why the courts are arranged from a lower level to a higher level. So that when a ruling is given at a lower level and you disagree, you move to the next level, which we have done this time. We have completely filed our stay of execution. The lawyer has done that. He's filed the appeal to as well. And we think that God being so good, the next is ours. I'm not afraid, let me put on record that for a run. You see, if genuinely we have to run, we won't have a problem. But if you decide to pave your way through, because you think that you are in government and you can use state powers to be able to coerce the people to vote for you, that's where we have a difficulty. In any case, he came to court with 41 polling stations. And these 41 polling stations are areas that I won with huge margins. But they realized that if they get the judgment for even the 41 polling stations, they were going to lose it straight away. So for whatever reason, the judge said that we're going to have a rerun. But we respect it. We have gone to the appeal court. We filed stay of execution. And we will take it from there. It is an interesting story. Okay? Because it has never happened before. This is the first time something like this has happened in Ghana. And it should tell all of us that we are not safe. We are not safe. We need to sit up as a nation. Because if the executive can directly come, and you saw the court today, even the regional minister himself was in court. Almost everybody who matters was in court. And that completely told me that, Yale, what you are sensing is what is going to happen.
Reacting to the outcome of the court, the lawyer representing the Member of Parliament for Pandai has expressed disagreement with the Tamale High Court decision to nullify the December 2024 parliamentary election result and order rerun within 30 days. Nindam's legal team has filed a notice of appeal and a motion to stay off execution challenging the court verdict. The Member of Parliament insists he remains the legitimate representative, having won the election with a margin of 3,734 votes. The NDC's Daniel Nsala, who petitioned the court, alleged irregularities in 41 police stations, which the court agreed compromised the election's integrity.
We believe that the petition was frivolous, but the court has decided otherwise. So we respect the decision of the court, but we strongly disagree with the judgment, and we have already shown our agreement by filing a competent notice of appeal, and we've added a motion for stay of execution. As a lawyer, if you have picked certain information that judgment will be compromised, you prepare. So you come for the judgment with a notice of appeal in your package. And that was exactly what I did. And I had a section of my client that he should be bold, whatever decision that is affirmed, because we knew that was what was going to happen. So it's not even surprising at all. And so the only fight left for us is to follow the due process of the law, and that is by filing a notice of appeal. This is my notice of appeal dated 24th November 2025 at 10:04. The motion for stay of execution is dated 10:13. Now the petitioner has been served with the process and he decided to throw it away. But that's proper service. In law, if they serve you a process and you throw it away, the bailiff will only go and prove service by saying that you were served but you threw the process away. And that's even contempt of court, but that's for another day. But all I want to say is that we have accepted the decision, we respect it, but we disagree. And that is why we are marching forward to the Court of Appeal, where we believe that they will review the evidence on the record. For example, the evidence on the record is that every candidate was given a copy of the pink sheet. Now, the evidence on the record is that there was violence at the initially designated collation center, which is Pandai. And now, once there was violence, the EC has the right to relocate the collation center. Now, regulation 48 of CI 127 says that the absence of a candidate and his agent at the collation center does not invalidate the results. So, if you came to court saying that there were issues in 41 police stations, what is the results of the collated, figures for those police stations that were not having issues? The NDC couldn't answer this in court.
The Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, has announced plans to establish a poultry processing center in Bachema-Hafu region, with a sword cutting ceremony scheduled for this Thursday, November 27th. The facility aims to support farmers, address the growing surplus of eggs and poultry, and reduce dependence on imported chicken. According to the minister, the government is exploring alternative uses for eggs to tackle the surplus and falling prices affecting poultry farmers. This initiative is part of the Feed Ghana program, which seeks to boost agricultural production, enhance food security, and promote self-sufficiency. The project aligns with Ghana's goal to increase poultry self-sufficiency from 12% to 75% by 2028. The government has also outlined a comprehensive package of interventions to include access to improved poultry breeds, affordable feed formulation, and establishment of farmer service centers.
Ladies and gentlemen, looking at the huge investment we are making in the poultry subsector, the vigorous campaign for participation that the ministry has launched, we anticipate that the nation is going to produce a lot of poultry in the coming months. Hence, our decision to set up a poultry processing factory in Bichim. The procurement processes for the factory have been completed, and the sword cutting ceremony will be performed by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana on Thursday, 27th November 2025. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, collectively, these poultry-focused interventions represent a coordinated national effort to substantially reduce Ghana's reliance on imported poultry products, create sustainable employment opportunities for youth and women, improve access to affordable protein-rich food, strengthen resilience across the domestic poultry value chain. The ministry remains fully committed to empowering both large-scale poultry enterprises and smallholder farmers to reclaim the domestic poultry market.
Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyankon says he is confident the administration of President Mahama will complete its 4-year mandate without a single scandal. Speaking at the annual conference of the African Association of Accountants General in Accra, Mr. Pim said the government is firmly guided by the president's strict and repeated cautionings to appointees to stay away from corrupt practices. His comment comes after President Mahama on November 18th issued a strong caution to public officials during a meeting with the Christian Council, stressing that anyone caught engaging corruption under his administration will face severe consequences. The president noted that he reminds his ministers daily at cabinet meeting not to bring scandal to his government. According to him, the fight against corruption is not personal, but a necessary effort to protect public resources. He commended the president in his view, offering firm and required leadership on ethical conduct in public office. In business, the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana has praised the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for successfully securing the rescission of 15% export tariffs previously imposed by the United States on Ghanaian cocoa and other agricultural products. The tariff, which affected cocoa, avocado, cashew nut, plantain and other key exports, were lifted effective November 13th. Samson Asaki Awingobeth, Executive Secretary of Importers and Exporters Association, described the development as a major victory for Ghana's exporters, noting that tariffs had threatened profit margins, production levels and jobs in the export sector. He emphasized that the reversal restores of Ghana's competitiveness in international markets, helps safeguard vital foreign exchange earnings. Mr. Wingobeth also highlighted that China's zero-tariff trade agreement played a role in reducing pressure on U.S. demand. While celebrating the success, Importers and Exporters Association urged the government to maintain momentum in trade diplomacy and strengthen the export ecosystem. The association also called for effort to diversify Ghana's export base in reducing reliance on traditional commodities. The Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana encourages all stakeholders to capitalize on this moment in strengthening Ghana's export-driven economy. Ghana is also set to launch the Ghana Food Brigade before the end of December, a key initiative aimed at boosting agricultural productivity and food security across the country. The Minister of Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, has announced. Also, 30,000 youth will be enrolled in the National Service Scheme under a 4-year program. Each year, a portion of this youth will be retained as a permanent staff within the Ministry of Food and Agriculture to strengthen agricultural extension services and support farmers nationwide. Minister Opoku, speaking at the Government Accountability Series, emphasized that the program is designed to empower young Ghanaians, provide them with practical agricultural skills, ensure sustained support for the country's food production system. The Ghana Food Brigade is expected to play a crucial role in promoting national food security while creating opportunities for youth engagement in the agricultural sector. The program is part of the government's broader strategy to modernize agriculture, enhance productivity, and build a sustainable workforce to support the country's agricultural development goals. In sports, Ghanaian players across Europe returned to competitive action over the weekend after the international break. Mohamed Kudus made his return from injury and lasted 78 minutes in Tottenham's 4-1 defeat to Arsenal in the North London on Sunday. Forward Antoine Semenyo missed Bournemouth draw against West Ham because of an injury. In the championship, Abdul Fattah Ishaiku provided his 4th assist to help Leicester City win 2-1 against Stoke City, taking his tally to 3 goals and 4 assists in 16 league matches. Jordan Ayew was unused substitute. In Spain, Thomas Partey was outstanding for Villarreal in 2-1 win over Mallorca in their La Liga match. Salis Abdul Samid made his 10th appearance in League One during Nice's 5-1 defeat to Olympique Marseille on Friday. 60 of those appearances were for Lens, 31 for Clement Foot, and 9 have come for the new club Nice. German-born Ghanaian centre-forward provided his third league assist for FC Caen in a 4-3 defeat. Young forward Prince Amoako Jr. provided an assist, his third to go with 5 goals, whilst midfielder Caleb Iyerinchi supplied 2 in 5-0 win over Fredericia in the Danish top flight. Young Sir Edmond Beidu scored for RB Solbach in 3-2 loss in the Australian Bundesliga. He now has 4 goals and 4 assists in 13 league games. The 90-year-old has 5 goals and 5 assists in his last 7 games. Venturian striker Benjamin Tete scored his 11th league goal in 15 appearances for Maribor in a draw against NK Olympia in the Slovenia top flight. In showbiz, Jamie Cliff, one of the most prominent and beloved proponents of reggae music, has died at the age of 81. A star since 1960s, helped announce the sound of Jamaica to a global audience through hits such as Wonderful World, Beautiful People, and You Can Get It If You Really Want. His lead role as a gun-touting rebel in the 1972 crime drama The Harder They Come is the cornerstone of Jamaican cinema, and was attributed as the movie that brought reggae to America. Cliff's wife Latifah Chambers announced his death via statement on Instagram. Her message was also signed by their children. Born James Chambers in 1948, grew up as the 8th of 9 children. Blessed with a sweet, harmonious voice, he began singing at his local church at the age of 6. By the time he was 14, he moved to Kingston and adopted the surname Cliff to express the heights he intended on reaching. He recorded several singles before topping the Jamaican chart with his own composition. In 1965, he relocated to London to work with Island Records. And that's how we ended on the morning news update. Do all to log on to all streaming platforms at GhanaTalks Radio, as well as logging onto our website at www.GhanaTalksRadio.com for more news updates. I am Deborah Dosu. Thank you for making time with me. Good morning.
GhanaTalks Radio, #1.
Are you ready to amplify your business or brand's reach and make a meaningful impact in Ghana and beyond? Partner with GhanaTalks Radio today to connect with a diverse audience across Ghana and beyond. Elevate your brand through on-air promotions and social media. Boost your brand during prime time. With GhanaTalks Radio, you can extend your reach across digital platforms. GhanaTalks Radio is not just a station, it is a community hub where your brand becomes part of the conversation. Join us in fostering connections, celebrating culture, and making a lasting impression. For customized sponsorship packages and enquiries, email contact@GhanaTalksRadio.com or call +233 202 544614. GhanaTalks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
What do you want for breakfast? How do you want your breakfast?
English breakfast, French fries.
Koko Nikosi, alo komi kesheto.
Wache.
Well, Gobe is the real deal.
Join us on Ghana Talks Radio. Let's serve you a buffet of breakfast.
From news headlines review, current affairs to social issues.
Entertainment, sports, and all the trending stories live on our mobile app and across all socials from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
With me, Pakwesi Omare,
Regina Bless,
Deborah Adosu,
and I am Esinal Fiagbedu. This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Every occasion demands the company of good music. that fits the purpose. At GTR Sounds, we understand your need to create just the right atmosphere for your wedding or engagement, party, funeral, crusade, political campaign or rally, or just any other event, as well as executive and corporate functions. With our modern and high-quality spinning machines, mixers, microphones, and power amplifiers, binary speakers, and subs, we offer the highest of sound quality and music play at events and functions. At GTR Sounds, we have a team of seasoned and highly experienced sound engineers who understand just the right choice of music for your event. Locate our studios at Aponchi Hotel in Anya or call our numbers 054-8522-897 or 027-3363-973. You can also reach via our email sounds@GhanaTalksRadio.com. At GTR Sounds, we take care of your event.
Ghana Talks Radio, #1. This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation. We are GTR, Ghana Talks Radio.
Another beautiful morning on Ghana Talks Radio, where we come your way with the Ghana Talks Breakfast Show. Good morning to you wherever you are. We hope you had a beautiful night and you are enjoying a beautiful morning in the capital of Ghana, Accra. This morning I have with me Mr. Emmanuel Chambers. It's going to be a one-on-one conversation because unfortunately his counterpart wasn't able to make it this morning due to some unforeseen circumstances. But I trust and believe that we are going to do justice with whatever we need to come your way this morning with. Ima, you are looking actually fresh.
Thank you so much.
It seems this government that you always say they are not doing anything, they actually,
looking fresh will not have anything to do with this government. If indeed we want to pay attention to this government, we will never appear here. Oh, seriously. Things are not really going well in this country.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on.
Even with the launch of Nkukong getting
well, they've launched it. I don't know. The last I told you that the big push was launched. But then we have not seen any work ongoing. And so you see, I cannot submit and accept something I don't know anything about. I haven't seen anything ongoing.
But if you haven't seen it, doesn't mean it's not going on.
I haven't seen anything ongoing. My place, my constituency, where I'm coming from, I told you last week, I traveled and going through Volta region to Oti to northern part of Ghana, nothing is ongoing. And even in Accra here, nothing is ongoing. In this constituency, what is ongoing?
But this is not part of the big push agenda.
Yeah, it's not part of the big
push has particular stretches that they are working on. So that is where, if probably they mention, from Kumasi to, let's say, Sunyane.
So which one have they mentioned is on ongoing?
Honestly, as you being in a political space, these things you should have a fair idea of.
You see,
if they've spoken about it, you need to learn about it, and if there is nothing to show of, then you can naturally speak.
You see, sometimes when we begin to speak, people feel we make or we just want to create some kind of mandasiloquence, some kind of propaganda. But far from it, that is not our intention. We just want the right thing to be done.
Okay.
If passing through about 3 different regions that have not seen any work ongoing or big push. Why will I come to sit here and confirm that work is ongoing? I want to see it with my eyes. I want to see things with my eyes, and I've been traveling all everywhere I've been going, and I'm saying that you and I know that the big push, well, it is launched, but for now, work is not ongoing. Yes.
Okay. Well, but, did you listen to your Ashanti Regional Communications Officer, who said that if the NDC is going to launch a Kukon Kitting, they're also going to launch a disease that is going to kill all the birds?
You see,
have you listened to that?
Sometimes I didn't. I saw a video like that trending, but I haven't actually paid much attention to it.
Oh,
but
you
this,
saw the video
with this statement that they are going to launch. I mean. What did he say? What did he say? I said I've been listening to the video. So what did
so
you say?
How did you know that is what is trending?
No, you see, the thing is, it's sometimes when you are talking, you can things can just come out from your mouth. I don't think a communicator who happens to be NPP, not even an NDC person, will sit anywhere and intentionally say things of this kind. No, I don't think.
But
that
if you say not even an NDC person,
they can say anything. No, they can say anything. They can say anything.
No, okay.
We have seen how they normally jump in on social media and begin to say things and all that. And I always tell you, look, I don't know other communicators. Me, my poster and my position in communicating for NPP.
Yeah.
It's not that NPP has paid me or I'm receiving something from them. But I always want to stand for the good people on the streets.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I am coming from the streets. So I know what it takes.
Okay.
So when you see us making some of these comments and contributing to the take on the national issues, not that we just want to criticize the government. No, we want to submit and make some meaningful, decisions. And so when the government takes it, it betters all of us. But then, for someone to say that we will launch, or he will, let me say that, he will launch the disease.
He said that the NPP will.
Okay, so I know, I don't think he meant it.
But he has said it as well.
And that is what I'm saying, that in communication, it is possible sometimes, even it is normal, that I can just sit here and all of a sudden something will come out from my mouth uncontrollably. You understand? So it is, I don't think any of the political parties, in fact, I don't think NPP would endorse a statement like that. We know, and
it's been over 24 hours and there hasn't been any official statement from your party.
Political statements, we don't even need to pay so much attention to it. Yes, a political art. We are not people who says they are this democracy hub and running after comments upon comments. That doesn't mean so much to the development of this country. And he has to be careful because we understand the censorship in this country. And that's, if you have to make any statement publicly, you need to assess yourself, because the current government you have is not the previous government that you can just say anything. You can insult even the president and go home and be seated. That you can wish the president dead, and the president will say, allow them, forgive them, they are small girls. Here, come and say that you wish the president was involved in the aircraft and see what will happen the following day. You'll be hijacked. So, whatever he said, if he has said it intentionally, I would encourage that. Probably it's not good for us to be making those utterances.
Okay. All right, thank you there. Now let's get into the conversations right away. I know you have a little background with the Pandai constituency area. Yeah.
Pandai constituency.
Yeah.
Very well.
What is going on there?
So sad.
Why?
In Pandai, you see, prior to 2024 elections, Honorable Matunyindam, representing the good people of NPP in that constituency.
Oh, so he represents only the NPP there?
The NPP tickets.
No, you are let's get what you said, right? You said he's representing the NPP.
The candidate, he was a candidate representing the good people of NPP. He was an NPP candidate, right?
Okay.
The NDC equally get their candidates. So
but if as a candidate, do you represent your party or you represent the constituents?
Well, to some extent, NPP candidates, when we are conducting election, we describe him as a person representing the political party.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Then the NDC candidate represents the NDC political party.
Okay.
That is the argument I'm trying to.
Okay. I get you now.
You see, if you listened and watched carefully to the trending news and videos, you understand that Honorable Maito Nyindam was elected on genuine grounds. First of all, the fact that the election was observed on clear and clean basis is the first antidote to these audios and videos circulating that the election, in fact the NDC candidate, Honorable Daniel Nsala, petitioned the election results, saying that he was not comfortable with the outcome of the election.
Okay.
And so
the case has been in court.
The case has been in court for 11 months now.
Good.
Yesterday, we woke up to hear the sad news that the judge in Tamale High Court decided to take a very miscarriage decision.
Wow. These are strong words.
Very miscarriage decision.
These are some strong words you are using.
And unfair ruling.
Really?
And which, in fact, I can clearly say that this country will leave, we are not safe.
Why?
The good people of Bandai
have
made a very nice choice and have presented to Parliament Honorable Maito Nyindam, and it will be very, very, very unfair for us as judges to sit somewhere and turn and subvert the will of the people.
Okay.
You see, let's look at this issue very carefully. Regarding Bandai issue, I think the executive power and the political power on this judiciary system, it's indeed something that when we sit back and watch it carefully, we'll say it's unfair. We need urgent and responsible steps to meander our way out and restore the independency or the independence on the judiciary system. The executive arm of government, in fact, the current government is over controlling the judiciary system in this country. And that is a total mess. And that is a dangerous precedent this government is setting for the good people of this country. The will of the people in Bandai constituency can never be overturned. We cannot and will not subvert their will. If we have to go into this issue, Bandai people know what they are doing. You, a judge in Tamale, cannot sit down and decide for the good people of Bandai. The election was conducted on free, fair, and diaphanous political process. And like I said earlier on, that process, that clean processes these people went through, is the first antidote to all these hula baloo that is trending. I don't think any reasonable person will sit somewhere and say that we are against court trials. No, we are not against court trials, but we are against the outcome. And we are not against the judge, but we are against the judgment the judge has passed.
Okay. What was the basis for which the case was taken to court?
Very well. Bandai constituency, I think they have about 152 polling stations.
Polling stations.
And after the
elections,
what happened was that Honorable Daniel Nsala decided, in fact, in this case, he's a petitioner, decided to take 41 polling stations to court and saying that he is not well satisfied with the results from those 41 polling stations. What really happened at the grounds was that on that fateful day, a group of people wearing NDC t-shirts appeared at the coalition center in Mahindra and attacked the Electoral Commission.
Really?
That was what happened. They attacked the Electoral Commission. And, you know, if you read through the CI 127 Regulation 43, it allows the Electoral Commission to move or to relocate a coalition center when they feel that they are unsafe and that unsafe could undermine the outcome of the election.
Okay.
And practically that was what happened at the grounds. And let me tell you, in the northern part of Ghana, it is not only Bandai that the collation of the election results was sent to Tamale.
Okay.
In 2020, the same thing happened in Zabzgu constituency. The former member of parliament, Honorable John Jababinam, won the election on clear grounds. The NDC, when we were at the EC's office, the NDC came up with a measure. They came out with some diabolic intention to destroy the election, the votes.
Really?
That was what happened. So quickly, the election and everything has to be sent to Tamale. And right from there, you know NDC and court, they ran to court.
But
that couldn't work out for them. But this particular one, they tried the 41 polling station. The judge, who doesn't want us to attack him today, the judge sat down and said and declared that Bandai constituency must observe a rerun. In fact, first time we are experiencing this in this country.
How?
That a petitioner went to court challenging 41 polling stations, and you did not pass your judgment based on those 41 polling stations. You rather judge and you rather cancel and annul all the election, the entire constituency election results. That is unfair, and that is where our interests will lie.
Will lie. So
now,
you
I want to submit this before you come in. I want to submit this. If you listen carefully to what Rashid Tamanklu or one of the NDC communicators, Tanko, right, said about this election, I was so surprised. So how far are we going to undermine this our democracy?
What did he say?
He said they are of the view that the Bandai election was not, I mean, excuse me to say this, they believe that the election went through some kind of
rigging.
And that was why they decided to bring the case to court.
Okay.
And so they are happy the court has taken a stand in their favor. And I was surprised. He has failed to understand that what the judge has sat down and passed is not in accordance with their own petition. When they went to court demanding for clarifications on 41 polling stations and all to get clarifications on 152 polling stations. What has happened?
Okay, let's break it down. If a candidate has a problem or has a challenge with the outcome of an election result, what is the right thing to do?
That is to challenge the results in courts.
Okay, so the NDC did the right thing then?
They did the right thing.
Okay. Do you have faith in our judiciary system?
For me, where I say it, I don't have faith in our current judiciary system.
Okay, since when did you lose faith in?
You see, when this Abunya case was decided, where a judge sat down and said all men are equal by constitution, by practice, some men are important or more important than others, I was afraid. And you remember, I sat here and I said, this can undermine our democracy.
So that was when you lost faith in our democracy.
That was where my faith began to completely erode.
When was this case taken to court? This particular Pandai case?
That was, it's about 11 months now.
Okay. Has there been any change in judges or whatsoever? Has there been any external influence?
There has not been any change.
So
the
judges
been
the same judge.
Has been the same judge,
even under your administration.
Oh yes, of course.
And you don't have faith in his judgment now?
We don't. The recent development is kind of something we can describe as undemocratical.
How?
Because the judge, after nuding into these elections, coming out to conclude that the election should be conducted in Pandai entirely is unfair.
What is the
I am saying that you see the growing monetizations in our judiciary system is eroding gradually the public trust, and weakening our democratic pillars. Okay. And we need to set up. Your question again. You said what is weakening our what?
I didn't ask if anything is weakening.
I overheard what is weakening our democratic system or something like that.
You were saying that it is weakening our, and I'm asking what is undemocratic about the judgment passed by the judge?
You see, the judge clearly looking at the case, like I said earlier on, I think the judge should have considered one or two things. When the witness from the NDC side appeared before the court, he was questioned that the 41 polling stations you are bringing to court, what are some of the irregularities squirming in those polling stations? And he mentioned clearly that they feel, or they are of the view that 500 votes that were supposed to be added to the NDC votes wasn't added. You understand? And if you ask yourself, look at the margin between the NDC candidate, that is Honorable Daniel Nsala, and that of Honorable Maito Nyinda. It was about 3,742 or 34 votes. That was the difference. Commonsensically, even if you have added
the
500 votes to the NDC candidate, and even decided to add extra 500 votes, making it 1,000 votes, he will still lose the election.
So
the judge should have also viewed it from that angle. Okay. And the judge should have not taken a stand by saying that he will annul all the 152 polling stations in Panda and call for rerun.
So in this case, Ima, don't you think even this, for clarity's sake, will even help the NPP? Because if you were able to win by over 3,000 votes and there's a rerun, the NDC says no, we are not, and there's a rerun. Looking at that margin, are you scared of retaining?
We are not scared of anything.
Okay.
One day today, if we are conducting an election, we are going to win the election.
So
at all costs, I'm coming. Okay. But then, of course, we cannot sit back as a political party, as the good people of this country, and allow the executive powers, the executive arm of government, to use their powers to control our judiciary system. You understand? I recall
who made the judgment? Did it come from the executive?
Oh, my brother, I'm telling you, the regional minister yesterday was there, and some other people concerned in that region, in northern region, they were there. They were there.
So you think they are the people who decided?
Oh,
for the
come
judge?
on! And who are you as a judge to stand before the regional minister?
Really?
And some other? I am saying that there is no way you and I will sit here and say that there's the incumbency has no any influence on this particular judge. There is, and we must stay to that. I am saying that if you also look at some of the claims the petitioner presented before court, he stated that they declared the results without his presence and agents and all sort of things. That is not something we can pay attention to. If you read, I think that is CI 127 regulation 84 or so, something there, 48. It is stated clearly that your absence as a candidate and the absence of an agent doesn't mean or doesn't invalidate the election results. And surprisingly, in all of these 41 polling stations, the agents have signed, have endorsed those pinches, and clearly, by that standard, it is obvious that they certified that the election was conducted on free and fair grounds, and they were satisfied with the results. The only reason they have to challenge these results was as a result of the fact that they knew, because of the incumbency, they knew because their party is on power, if they try any luck in Tamale court or whatever, they were going to succeed. And that is why they have to run to court to seek for justice. And I'm saying that the justice that was given, the judgment that was given yesterday was so miscarriage. And I want to stand by it.
Now let me ask this. Looking by what you are going with, that because they are party in power, they know when they run to court, it is going to go in their favor. Under your tenure, there were so many instances that issues were taken to court.
Issues were taken to court.
And
right.
It all went in your favor. So can we also see that has been the norm, where when you are in power and your case is taken to court, it is definitely going to go in your favor?
You see, we are not clearly saying that when you are in power and you have a case in court, is going in your favor. That's directly not what we are saying. But we are considering the instances and the circumstances around Pandai, election.
It all goes down to the same.
No. I am saying the fact the MPP and the good people of Pandai are saying is that the election was conducted on free grounds. There's no even reason for a court to take 11 months to determine this case. It was a case we were of the view that the court will use a week. And you know the surprising thing, last 2 weeks or last week, the people, some people or individuals in Pandai happens to notable to be NDC people. They were jubilating. Some people in Pandai were jubilating, and that man we are talking about, Honorable Daniel Sala, recently went to Bandai, that was last week, and donated some computers to some students. You understand? So the jubilation started. That is where we, the MPP, felt something fishy about the outcome of the result. So you see, yesterday, before the declaration of judgment by the judge yesterday, we knew the outcome of it. Whoever told you that we don't know the outcome? We knew the outcome. And that is why most of us has decided to remain taciturn, residents from yesterday up to date. We have been, you see, it's about time we need to act on certain things. This member of parliament, Honorable Maito Nyindam, was elected on clear grounds, and the man going ahead to even donate and still do campaign when the court has not given their judgment is something that reasonably you and I should know that whatever it is, there's something fishy about this judgment. How comes they know what was going to be the outcome and they were already jubilating? Can you tell me? And that is where we are speaking and probably attacking the political powers and the executive powers in this country. For me, I don't think it is prudent for us to go back and forth. If MPP regime related cases were sent to court and it went in the favor of MPP, it was never in relation to some of this. I can't remember. And in the first time, like I said, in the first time in this country, this kind of things is happening. That we have to say that 41 polling stations and a petitioner went to court with 41 polling stations, and at the end of the day, what the petitioner was afraid of has been met. Something he knew on clear grounds, or if I had taken the entire constituency results to the court, I won't succeed. So let me take the 41. The judge said, no, you, the 41, let's just make it 152. He added it up. That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. And I am saying,
what I'm saying is this. If you won the elections on fair grounds, which, I mean, it hasn't even been a year, what do you think is really going to change anything now?
I am saying that if we have to conduct election between Honorable Maito Nyindam and Honorable Daniel Nsala in Bandai constituency today, Maito Nyindam votes will increase. The over 3,000 votes margin would increase. But we are against the decision by the court. Okay. We are against the court trying to overturn the will of the people in Bandai. Okay. And I'm saying that their ulterior motive, the NDC ulterior motive, is to go there and use the state resources to avert the minds of the people. Okay. That is their major intention, and that is what they are aiming at. But I'm telling you that the good people of Bandai know better than any of those guys who are plotting and planning this evil act. Okay. The Bandai people I know will never disappoint. Let me submit this. Honorable Daniel Nsala, the petitioner, is a former member of parliament for that constituency. Okay. Honorable Maito Nyindam is a former member and a current member of parliament. Okay. They have tested these two people and they know their strength. And I can tell you, Daniel Nsala never, when he was the member of parliament, he has never left any legacy project in that constituency. All right. We have seen how Maito Nyindam has moved that constituency all the way from mess to clear grounds. How he has made that constituency a good living home for every child in that constituency. And if we don't want this, what do we want? When he started the good work, the people decided to vote against him in 2020. When they, in fact, within 2 years or 1 year, they were crying. Okay. And that gentleman, when he stepped in parliament, he was as quiet as anything. The only response from Honorable Daniel Nsala was and no. That was the only thing he was contributing in parliament. Okay. We have seen how Honorable Maito Nyindam has hijacked parliament and his contribution. He's making the constituency relevant. Okay. You understand? Right, so I want to finally submit and end that the good people of Banda should not allow the NDC to come with their diabolic intention and change their mind. All right.
Thank you there. We have Ivan on the line. Ivan was supposed to be in the studios with you this morning, but unfortunately he couldn't. But he's still on the line. He's joining.
Before he comes in, I don't really understand why these days, anytime I'm appearing here, the NDC communicators don't come.
They run, eh?
They run. They always run.
Well, we'll ask him since he's on the line. Hello, Ivan.
Yes,
good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I believe you are doing well.
Yes,
okay.
We
thank God.
My regards to Iwa. In fact, you might just want to. But on the more serious note, I have had a little bit issue. That is why it made me unable to be present in the studios this morning. But I have listened to your submission, and I think it's a bit. I don't want to say funny, but he has just skewed. He has just spoke a lot of lies. But opportunity to say good morning to our cherished viewers and listeners as well, and a good morning to you as well. Then let me apologize for not being able to come to the studios. It is not deliberate, but it is just that I have had an issue which is making it very impossible. So I decided to see if I can join remotely. So thank you for hosting me remotely.
Now, Ivan, as you mentioned, you've listened to what Ima said about the entire Pandai rerun decision made by the courts. What do you also have to say about it? Ima thinks that your party is using you being in power government instruments to manipulate and influence some of these things to go in your favor, why would your party do so? If you have lost the elections, why don't you just accept it, but rather use government machinery to skew things in your favor?
Thank you, Mr. Murray. And good morning once again.
Sure.
Mr. Murray?
Yes, sir.
The name of my political party is National Democratic Congress. So it simply means we believe in democracy. And whatever that pertains to democracy or whatever that will help build democracy, my party ideology subscribe to it, and we encourage that. So whatever that hinders democracy, we don't subscribe to it.
Okay.
Now coming to the issue, if there has been elections, if there has been free and fairness, I think in every constituency that the NDC lost, the 2024 elections, the NDC has wholeheartedly accepted the defeat.
Okay.
We won't sit down for the EC at then and even now with NPP and skew election.
Okay.
The more reason why this particular issue was in court. The issue, what is the guts of the whole thing? It's simply the candidate there at Pandai was dissatisfied with the elections results.
Okay.
And he sought the guidance of the court.
Do that correction. He was not dissatisfied with the entire results, but 41 polling stations. 41 polling stations.
But Ima, if I should come in,
you
know, just a single vote has influence on an entire result.
But the petitioner went to court demanding.
So that is where your problem
That is where the problem of the petitioner is. No, that's where the problem of the petitioner and our problem is.
Okay.
Mr. Murray,
yes, sir.
Yuma is in the studios. He have had a lot of opportunities.
Okay, sure.
He has had a lot of time.
No one prevented you from coming.
So he should just allow me to also speak just these few moments so that he continues.
Fair enough.
The NDC was dissatisfied with the elections results in the constituency.
Okay.
Even if it is a half polling station, the NDC was dissatisfied.
Okay.
In the wisdom of the candidate and the party, there was a suit at the High Court. Now, when the sitting judge, heard from the both sides, from the NDC, from the NPP, from the electoral commissioner, the judge saw the need that the infractions may not be pertained to a single polling station. Maybe there are other stations which the NDC may not have seen, but there might be contending issues there.
Okay.
So, based on that, the trial court judge said, then let there be a rerun of the whole electoral process. Were we not in this country when a Senate issue came? Saying that there is government machinery, was then the NPP using government machineries in the articulations case? Were we not in this country where the good people of SAR were denied representation in parliament? Did the NPP use government machineries through the EC to block the people of SAR from getting a representation in parliament? Were we not in this country? Do you know, I can cite a lot of examples, but there is no need in this. Whatever the need is there has been a ruling, there has been a judgment. If the NPP believe they won the elections fairly, what is their problem? The person who is in contention is still the sitting member of parliament. If there is a rerun, then it means whatever that he has done must speak for him.
Okay.
If the people of Pandai believe that the NDC won the elections, but it was skewed like that which was done in Damango. It was skewed like that which was done in Samlugu. It was skewed like that which was done in different parts of the country. Then it simply means the NPP is in trouble. So if the NPP believes that whatever they did was right, then let's go to the battlefield.
Okay.
There is a saying, I've grown FM. Young call, let's go to the grounds.
Now, yeah, grounds one amoko, yeah, they are by my NPP for.
Grounds one of them is in the NPP real because NPP was in power, so they were the EC and the NPP were in tandem. They were sleeping on the same mattress.
So then, now that you have also come to power, you're also in bed with the EC.
Mr. Murray, let me ask you this simple question. When the NDC went to the Akotia, did NDC use government machinery? Did you hear anything that the NDC did anything untoward? But when we had NPP in power, NPP were abusing the EC. NPP were abusing the judges. The NPP was abusing the security services. You can tell, you can attest to this, that when we went to Akotia, it was a seamless, violence-free election. Except the case where the NPP led by Fenio Markin and some few other people caused mayhem over there. It would have been a free, violence-free elections over there. Let's come to the substantive issue. The NDC simply believe that the elections in Pandai was not fair.
Okay.
The NDC contested it like the way NDC is contesting Fantia Kwa North, like the way NDC is contesting other constituencies.
Okay.
And I am telling you, as it has been, that the trial judge have seen that there were flaws in the elections and has declared the seats vacant, so there should be a rerun. The NPP should gather themselves and come to the battlefield so that we fight and see who truly won the elections.
Okay.
I can tell you that the NDC won the elections fairly, but because it was skewed by the NPP, led by Jane Mensa. You've heard the recent news from the quarters of the EC, where people even within the EC are saying that the chairperson Jane Mensa and her deputies did a lot of things underground in the 2024 elections. The reason why someone have petitioned for the removal of the EC boss. Okay. So I am telling Ghanaians and the good people of Pandai that the NDC is a party who always have the heart of the people. The NDC is a party who are always there to support the people. The more reason why this particular elections, when the nominations are opened and filed, they should vote for the NDC. Okay. I am telling you, who at this time is going to vote for NPP? Who at this particular present time is going to vote for NPP? Wow. Even their MP that he was touting about in Parliament, he was saying when the former MP in Parliament, what did he do? Is it about only speaking on the floor of Parliament? Don't we have committees who works in Parliament? Then we can say a lot of MPs, NPP MPs are not working because they are unable to speak on the floor of Parliament. But when you go to Parliament, there are committees where you see a lot of input from these people who you may think that they don't speak in Parliament. It is because they do diligent work at the committee level. This is what is required of an MP.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ivan. Speaking of the EC and the petitions against the EC chairperson, which brings us to our next topic for discussion. And since you've already hinted on that, let's take your view on that. People believe that the forefront, the aftermath of the removal of the CJ was definitely going to be the removal of the EC chair and the person of Messrs. Jane Mensa. And not so far-fetched. We are here discussing a petition against a removal. Was this a premeditated exercise, just as the NPP has been alleging, or this is something exclusive to the government? This is just an entirely exclusive observation by an ordinary Ghanaian citizen.
Mr. Murray.
Yes, sir.
Do you know the NDC is focused in serving the good people of Ghana, so that every individual, including Ima and his party, will feel free. We see that things, there is a government in power.
Okay.
Will feel the economy in their pockets.
Okay.
Will feel the benefit of NDC in their pockets. Do you know NDC doesn't have time going around hunting people? But there's this saying: if you are a witch, then you should be ready to be hunted. That is simple. Do you know NDC? This particular petition is not coming from any NDC member.
Okay.
It is coming from within the Electoral Commission.
Okay.
The one who petitioned the presidency. Who is he? Where does he work? That is the question we should ask.
Okay.
Let's ask the questions that the person has raised. Are they valid? Have the NPP themselves, led by their general secretary, have they not complained about the character and the performance of the Electoral Commission? Ask Ima for me. Have their general secretary not complained?
I think Ima can hear you clearly, so he can answer.
So,
if I don't
please, Ima, please, Ima, you have your time.
And he said,
Ima, you have your time. You have your time.
Why are you asking me a question?
You have your
I'm going to
time.
respond to your questions.
So, their general secretary, even their general secretary, said the EC is incompetent. And do we allow incompetent people to man the affairs of this high, respectable institution? When Charlotte Osei was out-seated, what was her crime? Is it not the same incompetence that they said she was? Now, if someone has been incompetent some years back, and same level of allegation is being leveled against someone, why should she be there? For me, whether she will be there or not, that is none of my business, because it is they say by their fruit you will know them.
Okay.
If what she did was good, the good people of Ghana will speak for her. But the man over there will even speak against the persona of the EC, because not done well, because his own general secretary said the EC currently led by Jane Mensah is incompetent. So if Ima is able to defend the EC now, then we should look at Ima very well. Ima can commit murder. If Ima is able to
murder is a strong word. He can commit so many atrocities, but murder might not be part of it.
If I have to commit murder, maybe you'll be the one.
This is, in fact, Mr. Murray, this is a threat to my life.
But you brought it up.
You brought it up.
No, because
you are alleging he can commit murder. And he said if that is the case, then probably it might be you.
Mr. Murray,
Yes,
Mr. Murray, if his general secretary says the EC is incompetent, and Yima says the EC is competent, then Yima, in one way or the other, is telling his general secretary that he don't know his job.
No. I think I should.
Oh, please, let me learn. Let me learn.
He has spoken more than 50 minutes. So be there.
Then Yima is telling his general secretary that Yima. Oh, let me put it. Yima is conducting an anti-party conduct. because he is speaking against authority in his party.
Okay. But he hasn't really said anything against.
I have not even responded.
Because Yima is going to say Yima will be defending the EC.
No.
Yima will be defending J Mensa, that J Mensa is doing something right, which we all know that the cause of what is happening at Bandai is as a result of J Mensa's incompetence.
Okay.
What is happening at other constituencies, what led to the death of 8 people, is as a result of J Mensa's incompetence.
Okay.
Supervised by the former, what is the name, president. So, if at this point in time, we can do something about it, then let's do it. Even the NDC is not interested. I can tell you, the NDC is not interested in the whole process.
From whose service is declaring this?
What the NDC is interested is making sure that there is money in Yima's pocket, of which Yima can testify that now there is money in his pocket.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Of which Yima can testify that now, formerly Yima was, even when Yima was in power, when his party was in power, he was struggling. But now Yima can, when Yima goes out, Yima can pay bills. Yima can. Yima, do you know? Yima,
chicken wings. Now he drinks wine.
Well,
I am telling you, Yima is enjoying comfortably. Yima is enjoying comfortably. Now let's come back to the substantive issue.
Yeah.
Mr. Omari,
yes, sir.
J Mensa has been proven to be incompetent. Her deputies have proven to be incompetent because her deputy, the one, this man, Bossman, Bossman Asari told a whole political party that they are an existential threat to our democracy because they said they are not in agreement with what the EC is doing.
Okay.
Can you imagine? How can this person be free and fair to that political party? If they are not unable to do that, then it means they themselves are the existential threat to a political party, to our nation. So if they are existential threat, then it means that we should let them recuse themselves. How can they recuse themselves? We know these people, they are not ready to resign. So if they are not ready to resign, and there is a proper channel for people to go through, then let's allow the proper channel to work. Someone has petitioned the president. The president has nothing to do than to forward the petition to the Chief Justice.
Okay.
If the president refuses to forward the petition to the Chief Justice, we will petition the president himself. We will petition the Chief Justice that he should look into the case.
Okay.
Because the president cannot hold that particular petition. And do you know, for President Mahama, I know he's very committed to we having strong institutions. Like what Barack Obama said. He said we should have strong institutions and not strong individuals. So if we are building stronger institutions, then President Mahama, the office of the president, not President Mahama himself, the office of the president should forward the petition to the Chief Justice. And the Chief Justice should act accordingly because they are binded by law to act according to the law. Just recently, when the Chief Justice was giving his address, the Chief Justice says he will make sure he work according to the dictates of the law.
Okay.
So the Chief Justice need to work according to law by one, setting up a committee to look into it whether there's a prima facie case against the EC chair, and if there is a prima facie case, then it means the committee should sit and they should interrogate those prima facie issues, and if the EC and the deputies are found liable, the recommendation should be written and the president have nothing than to act on it. We are not there yet. We are at a stage where a petition has been sent. The president needs to act on it, and that is where we are heading towards. But I come back to you. from whatever that Yima is going to speak on. Either one, Yima becomes an anti-party or act in in a situation where he will be an anti-party conduct against his general secretary. That his general secretary, whatever his general secretary said in some time ago, is not right. And I'm telling you, when Yima says that, me, as a good citizen of Ghana, I will petition his
citizen of NDC. Please,
I will petition his general secretary that he has acted not in accordance with their laws. He is sabotaging the NPP, and they should look into his case. He should be suspended for his anti-party conduct.
All right.
The Chief Justice is
Thank you.
NDC,
Thank
so
you,
you
Ivan.
can decide to do anything.
Thank you, Ivan. Now let's hear from Ima. Ima.
Well, I first of all want to clear and correct these impressions and where he was coming from, stating that he knows I'm going to speak against the what is
but if you won't speak against, who speak?
Right. So the thing is simple. You see, like I said earlier, we have some situations that people make statements. We are not saying that the Electoral Commission is competent or incompetent. And if the secretary has made that statement, maybe he made a statement based on some conditions or facts he has organized. You understand?
So that still establishes
that still not establishes what the angle is coming from. He just want to lean there and make a statement. You see, we are very much aware. You see, he want to lean there and make a statement. We are very much aware how NDC hide behind doors and incite people to come out with some of these petitions.
So
we decided to close our eyes, not because we don't know anything about it. We know.
Okay.
So the NDP hid behind to petition against Charlotte Osei.
You see, I don't understand why after maintaining silence and listening to all the lies cooked by my respected friend, someone I love so much, would not allow me to also proceed with my submission.
I think Ivan, you should.
And that has been the attitude of NDC. Sometimes when you are speaking, they want to intrude into your conversation so that they don't allow you to make your submission. Whether you like it or you hate it, the viewers might hear what I am going to say. So please keep quiet. You see, the issue is this. The NDC would always go behind us, incite some individuals, and put them front to do certain things. Then they say, no, we are concentrating. We are trying to make the people. Yes, they are focused. That has always been.
We don't have any interest
act.
in what is going on.
We don't even know what they are focused on. Maybe on the retooling of the aircraft. Very well. You see, Jemensa removal, it's not something that we can speak against, or it's not something that we can speak for, because the court, they have just presented a petition against the president of the country, which I know the president was even aware before the petition got to them.
How?
That is how it began with the former chief justice. I was here telling you that these processes, we know where it is coming from. At the end of the day, the chief justice, the former chief justice, will be removed completely. That is what has happened.
Okay.
In a similar way, they are coming with the the electoral commissioner and the two deputies petition, saying they are petitioning the president, and that they are calling on the chief justice to establish a prima facie on the case. You know the outcome already. I know the outcome already. The NDC communicator, who is also speaking, knows very well that at the end of the day, it will go in their favor. Why? We were in this country where the NDC went on the streets demonstrating against the electoral commission we have today.
Okay.
The High Court have to even order them to halt the demonstration. We are in this country again. People are making some political statement, making some clear statement, attacking the credibility of the electoral commissioner.
Okay.
And so coming out with a petition from a board which the person happens to be part of the Electoral Commission, I think he has been cornered, sat down and educated. In fact, this man, for all you know, he doesn't even know how to even write a petition. The NDC people might have even gotten him a lawyer. I'm coming. I
think that is quite far.
And that is not far. That is even low. I'm going far. You listen carefully. You see, it is enough. Sometimes we speak in pain. We speak from the bottom of our heart. Things we want it to remain in our hearts. These people want to show that, in fact, the NDC hasn't been a clear and a good political party, which is not true. The Electoral Commission case, I don't know. Nobody is against it, like I said earlier on, because we are not a court. And we, as an NPP people, you know us, very democratic and law-abiding citizens of this country. We believe in democracy. And court processes is also part of our democracy. So if the Chief Justice has established that prima facie, and it is clear there are evidence, and that the EC and the 2 deputies are arranged before court, and the processes is clean and clear, why should we be worried? But I'm telling you that the same person they are describing incompetent, I am surprised to hear.
Why?
The respected NDC communicator by me is making a declaration and calling the EC, the electoral commissioner that he's an incompetent. That same incompetent person conducted free, fair, and diaphanous election in this country. That election led to the massive one of NDC.
But
I am coming. I'm submitting. The gentleman in his petition has not stated clearly the grounds for him calling for the removal of the misconduct. What is the? I've read through it.
You've read the petition?
Yes. Really? What is the misconduct? He didn't state the actual misconduct. I'm saying that he can provide us evidence. Granted,
are you sure?
I am saying that the petitioner said misconduct, but never.
Have you read?
I have read it. I am not one of the guys who, after giving topics, will appear on social media and begin. I am saying that if he has evidence to,
do you know? Let Dima share the petition.
I think you should allow me to.
No,
if you go through all the reliable sources, wherever,
the petition yourself.
I am saying that. Please, he should allow me to.
Ivan, you coming?
When he was speaking, he made references to Akwatia by-elections and all that, and bringing Efenyoma King's name and all that. I don't want to talk about it. We have seen how that arrogant guy called Azoka went there and misbehaved. He should look. I don't want to say something, but I'm saying that if he dares tries this kind of irresponsible attitude in some other constituencies, which I don't want to mention those constituency names, he will run away without wearing his sandals. But I don't want to go into that. The Akwatia by-election, he should not even chip it in here. Honorable Efenyoma Kings didn't do anything there. But we also, in the full glare of the media, in front of the police and other security agencies, how Azoka stood and was declaring that if he had met Efenyoma Kings, that constituency, the F2 constituency, would have been declared what? They would have called for another election, or they would have conducted by election there. You think this statement is ordinary? We allow it to lie.
No, he was brought to books.
Which book? Not even a paper, talk less of book. What are you talking about? Let me go on. You see,
okay, go on.
Regarding the petition, if you have read around it, I have gone through it. I did my research around it. They only stated misconduct. What is the misconduct? They have not stated. If they have stated and granted, the NDC communicator online has evidence to it, he can tender it. Failure to do that, he should remain uncommunicated until I'm done with my submissions. and I want to say that removal of the chief, the electoral commissioner and the 2 deputies is not our interest to come and be speaking against it. But the fact that the NDC will have to go behind us incite certain individuals and indirectly make it to look like they are not aware of whatever is happening, it is not the best.
Okay.
It is not the best. And that what is it? The stated misconduct should have also been captured fully in the petition. And once he's waiting, he can still go ahead and conduct or do his research and read it through and tell us what is the crime of the Electoral Commission and the two deputies. So my take on this matter is as simple. We know the outcome already. We as the MPP and the good people of this country know the outcome already. But what they are setting, what this government and the judiciary system is setting in this country is a dangerous precedent. And that can consume us one day. Until we realize all this, we are never safe. We are never safe.
All right. Thank you, Emmanuel. Ivan.
Mr. Murray.
We are never safe.
Mr. Murray, do you know, let me ask you let me ask you a personal question. Mr. Murray, have you seen the petition?
I have had a fair knowledge about it.
No, the petition that was submitted to the presidency. Have you had a copy of it?
No, I don't have a copy of it.
What you've heard is the interview the man granted after the petition. The man did not state whatever he did not state what is in the petition. He only said gave a glimpse around it, true or false. Yima is telling us that he has read the petition.
Mr. Murray, read around.
Please, no,
don't,
please, don't, Mr. Murray, he made an emphatic statement that.
I'm coming. Let me clarify it. So yes, initially Yima said he has read it. He has gone through it. But subsequently, I asked him again. He said he has read around it. So probably he didn't really get the entire copy, but probably he just has some.
So he said he has read it. That is the fact.
I've read around it. You see, then you make a statement. You expunge that statement.
Please.
That has been.
You know this. We are good at this. So you allow me.
You are good at it. I'm even surprised you are coming this way today. I am totally disappointed.
You know,
I am saying that today you have not been the friend I know already. You have gone to join the NDC usual communicators. You can go ahead.
Mr. Mike, can I continue?
You can.
Yes, please, you can.
Please, no interjection, no form of.
Sure. I think Iman has accepted that.
He said he has read the petition. Now, when I asked, then he should send you the copy.
I said I've read around.
Please, let me.
You want to stand on it to make a point, but please, you are a host. You should correct that. If you make a statement or you expunge that statement, I don't think I should allow someone to stand on it to make a point. Please, I said I read around it. Just as you have read around it and there's no evidence to back up your usual claims.
Mr. Omari, so he said he has read the petition.
Around it. Please.
Please,
read around it. I've read around it. Please.
Kindly let him finish.
When he's done. Finish on a lie.
When he is done,
you know this much.
Can debunk it.
You know this much. That someone make a statement, expunge that statement from his speech, and another person coming to stand on it, it's clear that he has nothing to say, but want to stand on something you have expunged, and you shouldn't allow that to happen.
Okay.
I said I've read around
it. Let's assume I have nothing to say, so can I proceed?
You can proceed, but not.
Thank you, please. So don't interject. You are in the studios. Allow me to make my submission.
Put something into my mouth.
So he said he has read it.
I said I've read around it. Please, if he doesn't want to, if he want us to end the show here, we can, because I will not allow him to lie.
Ivan, for clarity of our viewers, I think Hima has made it clear that he said he has read around.
So when I probed and I said he should share the document with you, then he said he has read around it.
Okay, that's fair.
So he only he has read around it when he saw that there is a document which he don't have and needs to share.
Okay.
Now let's move on. Whatever is in the public domain is the interview that the gentleman granted. And he said he petitioned based on the incompetence of the EC chairperson and her deputies. Were we not in this country when we had faceless petitioners against Charlotte Osei? This one, we have someone who has owned up that I am the one who is petitioning. Which people petition against the removal of Charlotte Osei? Were we not in this country when we have petitions sent to the presidency which have no date, which had no signatory, which had no names attached to it? But in this particular point in time, we have people we have a person who has petitioned, he has a name, he added date, the petition was intact, there has not been any complaint from the presidency. Now, Yima is there saying what? So is the removal of Charlotte Osei a calculative attempt against them? He was saying the EC was competent and he declares the result. No NDC person has said the elections that the NEC conducted, the EC was competent.
I never said that as well. Please. The same EC you are describing as incompetent was able to organize election and declare your candidate won. That's what I said. I don't know. Today you have come in different manner.
Thank you very much.
If you have nothing to submit on this topic, be clear with us.
Thank you for this submission. Is it not the same EC led by Charlotte Osei who declared Nanado as president? Was he not the same person you people said she was incompetent? Can you see? What is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. You are defending Sergio Ramos. You are defending what your party general secretary is saying the EC is incompetent. You are here saying the EC is competent. This is a clear anti-party conduct. You need to be investigated and suspended as an MPP member.
We knew the reason you brought this.
We knew
the reason.
Can I continue? Why is he interjecting too much?
You want them to accomplish their ulterior motives.
When you were speaking, he was quiet.
Oh, he was
Why
quiet.
is he interjecting? You asked me to keep quiet. I was quiet throughout your submission.
It is not my character to interject or to disrupt when someone
then
is
you have learned something back from the NPP this morning.
Not to allow anyone to cook something into my mouth.
He hasn't cooked anything. He hasn't cooked anything.
Today you've been very, very different.
Yuma, what have I done?
No.
What have I done?
I've
given you time to really express yourself today. I've even given you time to defend when you are not even supposed to. But you are still calling me an accomplice.
No. I mean, like, I don't mean you have done something, Mike. But for you not telling him certain truths and allowing him to flow with everything.
No, but
so can I continue, Mr. Omari? If I have 5 minutes to speak, he might have taken about 2 to 3 minutes out of my 5 minutes.
You are still asking for extra minutes. Go ahead.
No, I'm not asking because
Ivan, just continue.
Thank you.
Yes.
So I just want our viewers to know that the General Secretary of NPP, who is the CEO of NPP, the Chief Executive Officer, said the elections that we went to, the behavior of the EC is clear showcase of incompetence.
Okay.
And I know by this, the General Secretary, led by the whole NPP, is in support with the petition. So Yima should know that his party is in support and he should stop the party anti-conduct. That is what I want him to know.
Okay.
We in the NDC.
He has no. Please, I think he should.
We in the NDC.
Yes.
I can boldly say we have always been saying the EC led by Jane Mensah, Bosman Asare, and the rest are incompetent.
Okay.
However, we are even not interested in whatever that is happening. The good people of Ghana has given us their will and their mandate to make sure they are at peace, to make sure that they have money in their pocket, to make sure that when they sleep, they will wake up and there is absolute peace in the system. That is what the NDC is focused on doing. Okay. And you know, I can tell you, when you go to the market as we are speaking, the people at the market trading currently are happy with the NDC government. The people at the banking sector are happy with the NDC government. Even our sisters who do the night work, they are even happy because they know that when the boys go to town, they go and work, they will get money so that they will also get their share from it. Every person in this country is happy, except the criminals in the NPP who are not happy, and which I believe Yima is not supporting the likes of Woon, to me is not supporting the likes of what is the name? This man who has run away from Ghana, who don't want to come to Ghana again, Ken Oforiatta, he's not happy because they know that their criminal cartel, their criminal ventures is coming to their heart, because the good people of Ghana are always saying that they should be prosecuted for the rot that they perpetrated against Ghana. Do you know, let me end on this. The EC, we believe, is incompetent. The EC, we believe, has shown gross faith of misconduct. The EC, we believe, has shown that they are not on top of issue. If they were, people will not have died in the last election. Let me ask you, in which elections in Ghana, under the supervision of NDC, have it led to the death of people? But I can cite an example that in 2020 we had people dying. In 2024 we had people dying. Which people supervised this election? It was the NPP and Jane Mensa. They supervise this election. So if the good people of Ghana has shown the NPP red card and have thrown them away, then Jane Mensa should not be there, because Jane Mensa, the blood of the 8 people, the blood of the 14 innocent people are on the shirt of Jane Mensa and the EC currently. They should go so that we have a peaceful country. And let me sound this caution to anyone. If there will be, if anyone is appointed as EC chair, let me sound this caution.
Right now, you
people are. But he already knows. He knows the outcome. He knows the outcome.
I chose my words carefully. I chose my words carefully. I said, if anyone, if the need be, I chose my words carefully. You can go back and play the tape. If the need be that there will be any new EC chairperson or chairperson, let me sound this caution. The good people of Ghana will not tolerate any form of disrespect, any form of abuse, any form of incompetence, because we are at a crossroad. The will of the people should not be subverted, and the people who can only do that is the Electoral Commission. We won't allow such to surface, because the good people of Ghana are there to serve, which the NDC is serving rightly. You must know this, and he should stop the anti-party behavior conduct.
All right, thank you there, Ivan. Thank you very much.
So can I make
you still have things?
No, I don't have much to say, but I just want to correct this. He said the NPP is part of this petition. He said that because he felt, or he is of the view that once the CEO of NPP, according to him, once the secretary made a statement against the Electoral Commission, he is of the view, and he knows well, without evidence base, that the NPP is part and supporting the petition. I want him to know that that is a practical lie, and he should
he didn't say that.
He said what? What did he say?
He said that this same EC that
he said he knows the NPP is part of this petition or happy for this petition. That's what he said.
He only laid emphasis on the fact that your general secretary,
even our general secretary. So can we now also conclude in general terms that all the demonstrations and all that is what has tantamount and are calculated to this petition?
Which
can we now?
Which administration?
This petition. I mean, can we not say that it's out of their demonstrations and all that against the Electoral Commission? It's why they are not petitioning the president to remove the Electoral Commission and the 2 deputies.
No, but this petition is not coming from the NDC. It is coming from an individual.
Why are we acting? Why do we begin to?
Or you still believe that the NDC is behind it?
We believe. We know the NDC is behind it.
Really?
Of course.
Okay.
They can go ahead. Okay. Like you said, we know they have every power. They have what it takes to get the Electoral Commission and the deputies. And in fact, the entire Electoral Commission off from the system. Okay. But then the Electoral Commission, as captured under Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution, is an independent body. Okay. So even if you are moving them, you have to go through some procedures. They should go ahead. We are not debunking. We are not saying now they have the Chief Justice they wanted. We all know how he's going to rule it.
You just mentioned it on this platform that the Chief Justice is from NDC.
He's an NDC. Okay. The Chief Justice is an NDC. Maybe with time and some other day, because time is fast spent, the current Chief Justice will never take a decision that will go against this president or this government. He's going to serve the interest of the NDC. Okay. The Chief Justice is coming to serve the interest of the NDC, and nobody can sit anywhere to debunk it.
Okay. Does it mean Georgina Wood was serving the interest of NPP? Does it mean Sophia Kufu? What's the Sophia Kufu, right? Was serving the interest of NPP?
Before you
does it mean does it mean no? I am asking you. You know,
of this kind.
In this fourth republic, the first Chief Justice to be appointed under NDC government. Or let me say, this is the second Chief Justice. We have had about 6 or 7 Chief Justice. This is the second that has been appointed under NDC. So does it mean that this particular one who he says is an NDC, which is even a fallacy? The other 5 or 4, were they NPP? Does it mean all those Supreme Court justices that were appointed under NPP were they NPP? This my brother should just be truthful.
Okay. I think we should go ahead because if we want to dwell on this particular topic, I know what NDC communicators can do, especially when you are saying something and it is not in their favor, or you are trying to expose something
this is
very
not
sensitive.
about NDC communicators. Personally, I won't allow you to sit there and lie.
Okay.
I will only ask for the truth, and I will show you the truth. You can't stand the truth, so you always run. Let's move forward. Yes, we will move forward. But so once we are moving forward, just be truthful in your conversation.
All right. Thank you, Ivan. Now we are moving forward, and our time is quite spent, but just some 2 minutes to do with the last topic. A senior lecturer at Legon, University of Ghana, has called for a ban on surface mining for at least not less than a year. And that will help, according to him, the fight against galamsey and also to restore our environmental bodies. What do you make of this? Hello, Ivan.
Yeah, Mr. Mari.
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, sure. Yeah. I heard you. I thought you let me move on. Okay. So, yes, I understand. Calling for a ban, have we gotten to that extent?
Where should we get to before we realize the extremity of this galamsey?
Mr. Mari?
Yes, sir.
As we are speaking, between the two of us, do we receive daily security briefings? We don't. The president on daily basis receive briefings. Now, the president in his wisdom got to know that this is a threat. And he has established that all our forest reserves and our river bodies has become a security zone.
Okay.
So you cannot go there if you have no licenses to enter into any of those places. I think that is fair enough.
Okay.
So no need for any surface ban on surface mining yet.
Mr. Murray,
you don't believe we have gotten there yet?
What we need to do is the power shouldn't be in the hands of NIMOS alone.
All right.
The power shouldn't be in the hands of the presidency alone. And that is what I'm saying. The power, or what I mean is, the power is not in the hands of NIMOS and the presidency alone. The power is in the hands of the community.
Okay. All right.
The power is in the hands of our chiefs.
Chiefs, okay.
Before any person comes to any place to mine, the first person that they get to is the chief. The first person they interact with is the community.
Okay.
If the community is of the stance and of the view that we won't allow mining, illegal mining to take place in this area, who dare you to do something like that?
Okay, all right.
But we have allowed ourselves for the grief of money. And Mr. Murray, I repeat, for the grief of money, that we allowed something like this to happen.
All right.
But we are at the point that we should know that our destiny is in our hands. In some years past, didn't we have ban on illegal mining? What happened to it?
So, Ivan, in a nutshell, because of time, you believe that we are not there yet.
Mr. Murray, we have
ban on surface mining.
We have passed there. But what I mean is, even when there is a moratorium or there is a ban on it now, which people should look to it that it is effective?
Okay. That's fine.
Is it not the same community?
All right.
So the power is already in our hands. Let us act. The chiefs and the people in the community should make sure that they don't allow people to trespass and do those illegal activities.
Thank you, Ivan.
Simple.
Thank you. I'll come back for your closing remarks, but let's take him as submission on this. He might just 3 minutes. Ivan did 3 minutes. So
okay. Thank you so much. You see, my take on this matter has been my usual take. I am surprised people at this point still say that we are not at the point and it is not necessary for us to have a ban on surface mining. I think this should have been some of the measures we would have employed to control or kept.
Who said that? Who said that?
Ivan, kindly let Ima finish. His time is very limited, so.
Some people are saying it's not necessary, but who said that?
Ivan, you are not being fair to me. I think we all gave you the room to express yourself. Kindly let Ima do so.
You see, aside the fact that our water bodies, our virgin lands are destroyed day in, day out, all because of the selfish interests of some people in the name of hunting for money. In the name of hunting for money. We still also have to view it from the point that innocent military men or innocent people are dying out of Galamsey.
Sure.
We just recorded a very nice gentleman who was forced or who was asked to go and protect our water body. Part of the NIMOS lost his life as a result of accident. Now, in 2025 again, we also saw the aircraft. About 8 people lost their life. And the question is, how long are we going to lose people as a result of this Galamsey?
Sure.
That is quite unfortunate. The politicians will sit in their offices and recruit innocent ones and push them there. Whatever happens to them there, that is none of their business. The locals, the people around Galamsey areas, are also suffering because they don't even have potable water to drink. And for what we should know, the illegal mining in this country only favors some group of people. But I think the government attitude towards Galamsey is appalling. And they should be clear with us. If they really want to promote Galamsey, they can go ahead. And if they want to fight it, it's about time the government will have to fight it. We earlier saw that some individuals in this country, independent bodies for that matter, were calling for declaration of state of emergency.
Yeah.
They declined. They said they were going to establish some 44 or 42 military zones in Galamsey areas. That has not been done. You understand? Okay. Oh, today they announce this, it won't happen. Tomorrow they come with another new measures, it won't happen. And whatever measures they will come, the position of the NPP is always to support. Because we know it's not going to happen. We don't even speak against it. The 9 months, I sat here and I told you that 9 months we will not see anything positive coming out from it.
Okay.
The fight against
so you haven't seen anything.
What is it? What is look the activities of Galamsey? I always saying that is not the best way to protect the Galamsey, and that way they can go ahead and burn whatever and burn their houses. But the people will still run into bushes and do their own Galamsey. They know what to do. The 44 zone
ban on a surface mining will help.
Will be the best way. Okay. Will be the best way to help this country to fight against Galamsey. Okay. But who is there to listen? The call is nice, but then the one to listen is not there. This government, in fact, let me limit it to the president, is so close to listening to public views. Okay. Very close. But you see, they go on social media and rant. For the sake of time, I want to submit finally that it is very important the government will have to take a nice step to control this Galamsey. The activities is becoming too much and people are suffering. And that steps they are going to take, they should include the ban on surface mining.
Okay, thank you, the gentleman, and we've all enjoyed.
Mr. Murray, just a minute.
No.
After that minute, I also come
because he might also come with another minute, then another minute, then another minute.
No,
Please.
Yes, I agree that if there is a need to be banned. But what happened to the ban that they placed on illegal mining some years ago? Now, Mr. Murray,
that will bring another topic?
That is why we voted them out. Now you are in power, and the same opportunity have come for you to place
Mr.
that
Murray,
ban.
You don't repeat mistakes.
Ivan,
Mr. Murray,
it wasn't a mistake. They placed they lifted it. You have the opportunity to replace it. That is what we are saying.
If the ban was okay, place it again.
Let me tell you.
I think you know, when you allow him to submit, I would have to correct.
Honestly, I think for the sake of time, we would have enough time to get.
This is my this is my closing remarks.
Yeah.
You let it be my closing remarks. No. What happened to the ban?
If it's going to be your closing remarks, it should be your closing remarks. It shouldn't be a discussion on any other thing. Please.
Oh, Mr. Murray, it's my closing.
I know, but that is why we have a particular name for it, the closing remark.
Yes, so
unless you don't have to say anything, then I'll let Ima greet his.
If he has nothing to say for me, because
for Ima will greet his Zabzugu people, and there we go.
I am summarizing the whole 3 topics as my closing remarks.
No, that is not how. When we say we are closing, we just thank our audience, our listeners.
Oh, Mr. Murray, but no, that is your style. I also have my style.
That is not my style. That is the standard practice. Kindly, or unless you don't have anything to say, I'll just let
wasted the whole time.
Ima, your closing remarks. Anything for Zabzugu people.
Thank you so much. I actually want to extend my profound gratitude to the good people of Zabzugu and also to the good people of Pandai, and to encourage and assure them that their member of parliament they have elected, Honorable Maito Nyindam, is still the member of parliament and will still serve the people as he's doing. There is nothing that is going to change him. Even if there is going to be a rerun, we are all going to hit there and make sure that the will of the people stands.
Okay.
And I also want to say a very big thank you to a former defense minister, an MP who is the member of parliament for Bimbilla constituency.
Okay.
He's doing very well in touch with his people, and is rendering a very good service and transforming the constituency very well.
Okay.
And so I want to beg and also encourage the good people of Bimbilla constituency to give him that necessary support.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to him for your time. Ivan.
Mr. Mari.
Just
So
as Emma did it.
let me state this just as he did, because he introduced a topic in his closing remarks.
He didn't.
I don't think
you are trying to be diabolical, and all this
he
in a respectful way. In a respectful way, this is even eating into the time of the next program. So yes.
So let me greet my people. And let me say thank you to our cherished viewers, and thank you to you especially, because in all these difficulties which bowed me from coming, you have shown me love by giving me an opportunity remotely. So let me say thank you, and thank you to Yima as well. Thank you to the great NDC party and all its members.
Okay.
Now, and let me also encourage our people and let me say those in the Galamsey side areas, communities, that the power to stop Galamsey is in our own hands.
Okay.
We can help stop Galamsey. Bringing a lot of security personnel onto the field can halt it to a particular point in time. They will go, and when they move from those particular areas, we are left with those who practice this illegality.
Okay.
When we take a decision to help halt or stop Galamsey, with the backing of the chiefs, with the backing of the communities, we can do that. So let's cooperatively help put a ban that is making sure that there is no illegalities that takes place, whether in river bodies or in a forest reserve, wherever it is. Let's help put a halt to it. Then let's also make sure that we encourage ourselves to do what is good for all of us. Then on this last note, I will let everyone know that they should still believe in the presidency of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Whatever he promised during the 2024 electioneering period, he will deliver. As he is delivering, as he has made sure that there is food on the table for almost everyone, as he has paid fees for university students, as he has made sure that there is employment avenue, as he has made sure that Nkokon Ketenketin has come, as he has made sure that scholarship is being given, and the student loan has been expanded. We should believe that at the end of the 4 years, every individual will get a share of it. And Yuma, I know that at the end of the fourth year, Yuma will say, in fact, Mahama has done well, and NDC should continue.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to our audience too for making time with us on the show. But this is where we call the curtains on it. We will be back on your airwaves same time tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.